Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live back at it again, folks. Welcome to the Wrestling for Life Network as we kick off another week in wrestling with WWE RAW tonight. We got all the action, all the reaction, and it's going to be a lot of fun here on this one. Make sure you get in that chat, click all the buttons, be a part of the show. Ladies and gentlemen, strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel good. Let's go! Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is our WWE RAW live stream, and we are the channel that just covers more live wrestling than anybody else out there, ready to go on a Monday night. Going to dive into a lot of this one. Not a lot announced for this show, but I will say this before I kick off all the fun stuff. The show is currently being taped, and tonight they will tape tomorrow. No spoilers in the chat. Don't let us know what's up. We have no idea what is happening. So let's make sure we stay on the up and up, folks. Keep yourselves out of that penalty box. We don't want any spoilers here tonight, but it's going to be a fun one. Like I said, don't be shy. Don't be quiet. Get in that chat. Click all the buttons. Be a part of the show. Be a part of the fun. It's going to be a great one tonight. We got Gunther. We got Bronson Reed. Rumors of a Punk sighting. Lots and lots to talk about. And of course, the women's tag titles will be on the line tonight as well. But I won't be alone for all this one. But I will remind you, I am Mr. Every Night KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube. It's going to be a fun night tonight and back at it again. Make sure you click all those buttons, like, share, subscribe. I want to see triple digits in the chat tonight. What do you guys want to talk about? What's on your wrestling mind? We're going to dive into all of it here for Raw. But like I said, Bronson Reed's on the docket. Gunther's going to address Damian Priest. That shall be interesting. Women's tag titles, and that's about it. But a busy week coming up on the channel. And I will take a second to remind everybody, the Wing Show, the Wing of the Ring, is back Thursday, episode 2. We dive into more wrestling trivia. It's going to be a fun one. This time we're doing pay-per-views or wrestling in fall. So, September, October, November. That's going to be the trivia. Every time we get a question wrong, we got to eat a hot wing. The wings get hotter as we go, and I am the current king of the wing. So let's see if I can defend my crown against Nick and Anthony. But it's a busy week. Like I said, we got NXT tomorrow, Dynamite Wednesday, Friday, SmackDown, and Rampage. Of course, the Wing Show on Thursday, Anthony's TNA review Saturday, and then we got more content coming your way all month long. So I see this chat filling up already. I'm not going to waste a lot of time tonight. I will get to that chat and say hello. Lots going on in the wrestling world. Lots of wrestling news. Lots of interesting things. We will see what tonight has. Friday was a good one. Building towards Survivor Series. Obviously, tonight, Gunther, Damian are going to build towards Survivor Series as well. What's next for Bronson? Is Seth still going to have an axe to grind with Bronson? Well, after last week, we think he will. I'm looking forward to that. I expect it. We'll see what happens with the women tag titles. Are Jade and Bianca on the same page? Are they close to being off the same page? I don't know. Time will tell. But I'm not going to waste any time. Like I said, Clay Lewis is in the house. Welcome, welcome, welcome. College football as always. C Money, welcome back. Hello, my friend. We meet again. Always a pleasure, sir. Shane Hayes in the house. Can't wait till WWE comes to Netflix. Netflix coming soon. We're like 44 days away from Christmas. And I know some of you out there cringed when you heard me say that, but we are getting close to the end of the year, to a new calendar. We'll be in Royal Rumble season. We'll be in Mania season. A lot coming your way. So make sure you be a friend, tell a friend, take this link, share it with everybody you know, because again, the busiest time of year for wrestling fans is upon us. It's getting closer and closer by the day. It's crazy how fast 2024 disappeared. Is Raw not live again tonight? So Raw is already on. If you are in Grand Rapids, they are watching the show. For the televised TV audience, it is not. So We get it at 8 o'clock, as always, Eastern time for those who are in the Eastern time zone. It will be a normal show. It's just they're going to do back-to-back tapings. I don't love it. They've been going more and more out to the UK and such, causing these shows. I hope, this isn't a sign of things to come, because too many tape shows is a bad thing. Stop, Mega. How you doing? Welcome back. I heard Raw and SmackDown going back to 3 hours. So the rumor for a long time, Mega, has been when we flip the calendar, Raw will be going closer to 3 hours with Netflix, and there's a chance that SmackDown becomes a 3-hour show. Nothing officially confirmed or announced, but that has been the rumor. I don't love it. I know some people love the 3-hour shows. I personally think 2 hours is a nice sweet spot. I don't know. You guys can let me know in the chat. How do you feel about it? 2 hours, 3 hours? What is your preference? Actually, I know what I'll do to start this one off. I'm going to put a poll up. We'll get your 2 cents on it. What is butter? Dun, dun. But yeah, I'll throw this up for everybody to get your votes in. And we'll see how everybody feels about it here tonight. There we go. Get your votes in. I hate the tape shows. Yeah, I mean, again, so the good thing about, at least for next week's Raw, even though some of it will be taped tonight, we are going, they don't get everything. So some of this backstage stuff and the pre-tape stuff, but you're right. That's the problem with the pre-tape shows. They tend to hold back. They don't want a whole bunch of stuff leaking. They don't want to do anything big angles or big moments because they know it's going to get out there before it airs. So, yeah, it's not my favorite. I'm looking forward to Monday going back to 3. There you go. One of the answers. I don't mind the 2-hour show, my guy. I really don't. What's up, TJ? How you doing? Christian Power, welcome back. What's up, everybody? Before we begin the chat, I want to say I'm sorry for being absent on SmackDown for personal reasons. You don't have to be sorry, sir. This is an open door membership. You come and go as you please. We appreciate when you're here. I hope everything's doing well. I hope you are doing well, and thank you for being back here tonight. But no sorries needed. Man, is a packed house here for Raw. 316, does that mean you were live? Because that's interesting. Does anybody got an eye on Liv? Make sure she's safe. Denisha, how you doing? Christian, we got you. Ken, welcome on back. Question today. What wrestler was the worst Nepo hire pick on post was Bruno with David? I don't know. There's a long list of really interesting Nepo hires. For the longest time, we thought, Dom Dom was one of those Nepo hires that we weren't really sure about because, he was just in his dad's shadow. He came out to his dad's music. Worst Nepo hire. I mean, Bruno David is a good one because Dave never panned out. Was David Flair maybe an interesting one? I hate to bring that one up. It's a touchy subject. What's up, Denisha? How you doing? Rocco, welcome back. Honestly, think best next move to have Rollins and Reed get teams for SS. I don't know if that's going to happen, Rocco. I think this storyline is going to progress. I don't know if they'll have teams, but the idea of them having more of a feud over the next few weeks into Survivor Series, I'm all for. I mean, I think it would add to an already exciting card. So, yeah, I'm all for it. What's good, TJ? Boom, boom. I'm here for Raw at Packed House. I won't give you spoilers. No spoilers, 316. But remember, anybody there that everybody you're standing around, give them our link. Be a friend, tell a friend. We appreciate it, but I'm glad you're there. I hope it's fun. And again, you get 2 shows. You get 4 hours. It's going to be crazy. What's up, Jake? How you doing? By yourself? By myself. For now. In the moment, I am by myself. I will have some company coming up. Things happen, but we are live as always. So again, it's a practice run for a Wednesday stream. So it will be a good one here tonight, regardless. Candy, welcome. How are you doing? Hope you are well. What's on your wrestling mind right now? Who's your pick to win the first ever Women's United States Championship? I don't pick Chelsea Green. She's annoying. I like Chelsea Green. I wonder if somebody like Naomi takes it. I think it would be a good show for Naomi. She's she got her pin over Nia Jax. She's going to take on Nia Jax. But if she isn't successful, which nobody thinks she's going to be, I don't think. Maybe somebody out there does. Maybe my buddy Anthony thinks she might be. But I really do think that Naomi might be the front runner for this. I think Chelsea Green's earned it. I wanted Chelsea and Piper to win the tag titles. That didn't transpire, or it hasn't transpired yet. Now, how do you guys feel? It's also very interesting. The rumor out there that the U.S. title, the women's U.S. title, will be a traveling title, kind of like the women's tag titles. What's up, Safit? Welcome back. Welcome back. Trekopedia. WWE sent out a tweet earlier saying fans to be in their seats as soon as the show starts. So something is planned. Yeah, and I think part of that trek was the fact that they wanted, most people are used to moseying on in for 8 p.m. I think they wanted a lot of fans in their seats for 7. If they were going to tape, they don't want it to look empty. They only have so many seat fillers. So, yeah, I think it was a bit of both. There you go, bud. Get yourself a T-shirt. What's up, John? How you doing? How you doing? Welcome back, sir. Rumored Royal Rumble card, Women's Royal Rumble, Gunther versus Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns versus Cody, Men's Royal Rumble. Yeah, I don't know, Byron. I wouldn't read too much into rumors, especially card rumors right now. I don't think that it will be Seth versus Roman versus Cody. I don't imagine. Gunther, Seth, I could see happening. But there's a lot of other things at play. We don't know who's going to be in the Rumble. Yeah, I think there's a lot to figure out first. We're on the road to War Games. Let's go live from Vancouver, Canada. Going to be a very interesting show. We're looking forward to it. Again, Elimination Chamber coming to Toronto. War Games in Canada, in Vancouver. So, yeah, Canada getting a little spoiled. I'm not going to complain. But, yeah, we're looking forward to War Games. I think it's going to be exciting. They finally teased it on Friday. A lot of people reporting, oh, it's going to be Bloodline. And, like, they just caught up. If you guys have been listening to us for a hot minute, you know we've been on that track since SummerSlam. It's been a hot minute since we've been calling this one. So finally, people are catching up to the ideas. And that's why we tell you to tune in and tell your friends to tune in, because we'll get you ahead of the game. Tony, how you doing? How you doing? It's good. It's a Monday. We got Monday in the books, ready for wrestling tonight. And then we go on to Tuesday and get closer to the weekend as we go. Do an awesome host a favor. Please like, share, and subscribe. Trek, I appreciate this. I really do. And exactly what Trek said, don't forget those little reaction buttons. They help massage the algorithm. They help give it a little shake. They help give us a little bump. So make sure you do that. We are this close to 6K subscribers, and we are grinding towards 10K. At 10K, I'm going to live stream a tattoo of our logo. So be a part of that. Help us get there. Why is Raw pre-taped next week? So they're going over to the UK for a tour. I guess you're taking some people with them. So they're going to pre-tape 2 shows tonight. Not my favorite choice. 3 hours is great for business, advertisers, and channel traffic. Yes, you're not wrong, John. I mean, again, over the last little bit, you lose an hour of programming. I get that. I really do. Just as a fan, I feel like the 2 hours is a sweet spot. But I will say this. The last run here, Triple H, I felt, was doing a really good job of making Raw exciting for 3 hours. So as much as I'm like, I love the 2 hours, I don't hate the 3 hours. A Vince McMahon 3 hours probably bugs me a little bit more. As still, the chat's pretty split, though. Half and half. Slight edge to 3 hours. What's up, Eric? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? And yes, happy Veterans Day. In my neck of the woods, it's Remembrance Day. Same thing, celebrating all those who served. So, yes, happy Remembrance Day. Happy Veterans Day. Thank you for being here. Thank you for anyone out there that served any of your countries. It's something that I think goes above and beyond, and the honor involved in it. Something, I mean, a lot of us will never know what that is truly like. So, yes, happy Veterans Day. Happy Remembrance Day to everybody in North America and anybody else out there celebrating. Don't apologize. Yeah, exactly. Don't apologize, man. MDB, the Monday Night Knee Pads are on the loose. Welcome, sir. Good to see you as always. Very welcome. The best man show, the best one-man show on YouTube, Monday Night Raw edition. Hello, everybody. Bradley, former predictions champion. Always a pleasure to see you, buddy. Thank you for the kind words and the compliments. I do appreciate it, but I am looking forward to being a two-man show momentarily. I hated the tape shows and the jobber matches in the early 90s. Yeah, they were real bad. I mean, again, and a lot of it, it's so funny to watch a lot of the criticism of modern wrestling, because remember, the weekly tape shows, a lot of them were just, all it was building up for pay-per-views. There was some angles, but there wasn't a lot of like holy shit matches that really took place. They saved a lot of those. So now, as wrestling fans, we will get 2 or 3 matches that are solid and not really appreciated. It's kind of funny to see where the generations fall on that. But yeah, the jobber matches, even on you tune into like a Saturday show or a Sunday show, they weren't doing a whole lot. They really weren't. And it was kind of, we can thank WCW a little bit for the change of that. Michael Campbell, 2 hours seems reasonable. Sometimes 3 hours drag on too long. As long as the matches and interviews are interesting, I don't mean drawn out, then I'm in for it. That's always my concern, right? Like right now we're getting condensed, right? So we had SmackDown at 2 hours for so long. You see what we get. You see that like that 5-minute promo instead of a 15-minute promo. So if they keep it interesting, I won't have much to complain about. I mean, do keep in mind, we are now talking about going into about 8 hours of WWE programming alone, not counting what AEW is going to be doing. Again, it's good for the channel. It's good for content creation. As a fan, 2 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours, 6. I don't know. We'll see. They will be the responsibility of the company, the responsibility of the creative, and the guys like Triple H to make it interesting. I think he was doing a pretty good job as we got late into the 2 hours. But again, things change. It gets tricky. Do you think WWE won't have a draft until January to have Roman and Cody and Punk on the show? Yeah, it'd be very interesting how they handle that. It seems more and more, and again, I always try and defend the draft, but it's hard to do with Damian. But it seems like more and more that they're kind of going away from brand split. We see Uso show up whenever he wants. Cody shows up, on Raw. We've had Liv on SmackDown. I know because of Crown Jewel. We'll see how tightly they hold on to the brand split. And I don't anticipate a draft until post-Mania. So I know you said January. I'm thinking May, June. June might work. Ken, wow, I was just gonna put out an Amber Alert for MDB. The knee pad patrol's on the loose. We're good. My vote is Mission to win it, if not Chelsea. Mission's a good shout. They've given some love to Mission as of late. I've enjoyed it. She's a hell of a wrestler. It'll be interesting. Candice LeRae is a good pick. I don't love that one. Byron. I feel like she's got some work to do before we put a strap on her. Do you think we will have a draft in January? Got that one. Tony, I can see Vega. Vega would be interesting. I mean, at least challenging for it. Again, a better opportunity for her to get a championship. I could see her as a U.S. champion more than I can see her as a world champion. No offense. But, I'm kind of with you there. 3 hours is too long for viewers. I agree. What's up, Boston? Welcome back, sir. Hope you're doing well. Here's what's going to happen on SmackDown Friday. Kevin Owens is going to hijack the show just to humiliate and embarrass Nick Aldis, and he's going to tell the whole world Orton was never my friend. Well, for those out there, I don't know if you've seen the reports, but Kevin Owens hit Randy Orton with that pile driver. Now Randy Orton's neck is all damaged. He is not doing well, and we'll see when he returns. What's up? I noticed Adam Pearce wasn't there announcing the U.S. Women's title. Makes me think the IC title may be announced soon. That's what I thought as well, Trek. I was 100% with you on that one. I really did think that's where they were heading. I heard rumors that the U.S. title is going to be a floating title. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the rumors are wrong. We don't know till we know. But that makes sense. I mean, to your point, we had Aldis announce the one title. Does Pearce then announce the other? I could see that. Is Randy in? No, storyline. Kayfabe, Alexis. That's my guess anyway. And very well done. KG wants 2 hours because he's elderly. MDP, that's enough out of you. I need arthritic knee pads. Not much. There we go. Hopefully, Mr. Noob, welcome back. Hopefully it's the NXT Women's War Games. I have zero interest in the main roster. I don't think they do. I think they do one War Games match this year. Nothing really seems to fit. We already did the 10-woman tag match. I don't think they go that route, Mr. Noob. To be 100% honest with you, I think we just do Bloodline. It's so big, such a big story. And at this point, I think you'd be forcing a women's war game. And to have NXT talent come up just for that, I don't think so. I think they're going to do their Iron Survivor. They're going to do Deadline. but I don't see them. But I agree with you. I have zero interest in anything that the women are going to do as far as trying to shove 10 women or 8 women into a cage. Dale, welcome back. Good to see the OG in the chat. KJ, I'm so looking forward to Seth and Punk feuding. Thoughts? Can't wait. I think they've done a really good job of keeping them separate, teasing it. We even saw that night Punk comes out and says, I got to go home for a while. Drew McIntyre kicked the shit out of me. I got to take some time. I got to get my, my stuff together. And then Seth's music hits. They have a look. They've teased it very well. I think when those two do decide to get back into that, it will be strong. To me, that's something that could be WrestleMania level. I think it's a great story, 2 good workers. I think they'll kill it. I really do. I think it's a big money setup. 316, gotcha. Feel like we're getting a title change. Remember, 316, no spoilers. Kyle, good to see you. Jordan, good to see you. Welcome back. Polo, Ryan, how are you, buddy? Happy Monday. Let's keep making WFL Network greater and greater and extremely oozy. Well, I'm feeling oozy tonight, and we appreciate it, sir. We want to keep making it better and better and better, and that's what we do on a different level. Just when people start copying us, we're already changing it up. So it's nice to see you. We appreciate the love. I got over 80 people with me, and we are still about 8 minutes away from the start of the show, and it's going to be a fun one tonight. And again, the wrestling might suck. We never do, and nobody does it on the level that we do it. So let everyone know, because if they're watching other streams, they're missing out. What's up, Wrestling Proud? How's it going? Naomi, first one. Yeah, see, I'm with you, Ryan. I really am. I really think that Naomi could be the front runner. Did someone say Candice LeRae? Hilarious. It's just angel wings. Come on, bro. Michael, welcome. I have the attention span of a lit match. There for 3 hours, too long. Some nights do, and especially like, again, it's hard to say because it was like the late Vince time, the late era of Vince, where those 3 hour shows sucked. There was like something good in the beginning. There was like an hour and a half of shit in the middle, and then some good stuff at the end. Like, it was bad. So I'm really hoping that if they go back to 3 hours, they have a plan, they have an idea to how to fill it. Now you look at all the titles, all the talent. There's so much talent. Maybe they can justify 6 TV. I don't know. I think it's closer than it is than ever, because you still, like, even every day now we're seeing new WWE ID, the independent contracts and names being signed. So I mean, I think it's exciting. Could they pull it off? I think they could pull it off, but I like 2 hours. I do. This way, a pay-per-view can be like 3.5, 4 hours. It feels special. Julia Stephanie versus Lash Legend, Action Jackson or Legend Jackson, Lash and Jackson. There's an interesting match tomorrow night at NXT. Yes, NXT is always going to be fun. I think it's been cooking lately. This will be a great match. Julia, Stephanie, Lash and Jackson. I can't wait for this one. See money. What if the plan for the women's North American belt is to have Zelina take the strap for a bit until she drops it to Roxanne Perez? I don't know. I mean, very interesting. We're still trying to figure out where Roxanne is. Roxanne going to stay down there a little bit longer? Is she close to coming up? I don't know. We'll see. Nichols, yeah, 100%. Bump. Tony, who are my top 5 wrestlers right now? Oh, that's a loaded question. I mean, again, it's such a hard question to ask. I mean, as far as just overall draw, or who do I like to watch? I mean, we can't really argue with the top draws. I mean, as far as, Roman, Cody, blah, blah, blah. My favorites right now, KO, Durr, Randy's fucking on fire, Gunther. I really like, I want to pick someone from AEW, but who's killing it in AEW right now that can really stand out? I really like what Adam Page is doing. I kind of like what they're trying to do with Moxley, but it hasn't gone anywhere yet. Who else is killing it right now? Without talking about the indies and all the extra stuff. You put me on the spot. I need who else is killing it? I mean, I'm a Sammy guy. I gotta give Sammy some love. And I didn't pick any ladies. But let's go with that. Let's say Io Sky. There you go. Mission is the inaugural women's U.S. champion. Very possible. Very possible. Bradley, what's up? MDB. Stuff. Yeah, I got you, bro. What's up, Capone? Welcome back. As soon as I get the signal, we are ready to go, folks. I told you I would not be alone all night long, but without further ado, I present to you the chapeau. You do.
I'm good. How you doing? If for some reason it sounds like your mic went lower.
Low.
Okay, now you're good. Now you're good.
I just got to yell back into it.
Yeah, I'm good. I am good. Ready for a little bit of Monday Night Raw. Seems like it's going to be a lot of stuff going down.
Yeah, very interesting. I know we talked to the chat already about no spoilers. Don't spoil anything for us. We were waiting to see what happens. Very intrigued by, they started filming at 7:00 tonight as they're trying to fit in 2 tapings, as next week will be a taped one as well. So, yeah, I mean, it should be fun. Of course, I picked Sammy. But yeah, again, kind of like SmackDown, Anthony, not a lot announced for the night. Bronson segment, Gunther segment, tag match.
Yeah, I looked earlier today and I was like, wait, nothing's been announced. And for SmackDown this past week, I don't think nothing was really announced. They had I don't think they had much of anything for SmackDown, but SmackDown turned out to be a really good show. So yeah, I'm expecting the same thing for Raw tonight as well.
Yeah, as we were watching some of the matches on Friday, we were like, they could have announced this one ahead of time. Like, they were some good ones. So it'll be a very interesting show tonight. We'll see how it goes. But we're kicking the Monday off. We are about 2.5 minutes away before Anthony and I sync up. But we're looking forward to it. Lash and Jackson should be their name. And it has to be.
That's a nice, cool name. That's a cool name. I like that.
It's got to be. Jason, welcome. You hear that WWE ID is in talks about people who are already signed to different program can be part of this. Yes, that's one of the cool things about it is that, it's kind of like an open door ticket. It's interesting, Anthony.
Yeah, it's kind of an open door ticket anywhere. And just to go back to Triple H's comments like some months ago, they said they were willing and to work with anyone at this point. The doors are open. So I think this is just the beginning of the doors being open for WWE to work with, outside talent and outside company. So 2025 will be interesting of how this WWE ID works and how they expand their partnership with other companies, that's not WWE.
Yeah, and I do find it very interesting. And I mean, again, I think there's a lot of names, even some of the names that have been announced already that have kind of tagged onto the program. There's a couple of those names where we almost felt like they were a shoe-in for like an AEW. Like it almost felt like that was a landing spot for a lot of independent talent, where now we might be opening up a new avenue, which, I mean, again, TK, I know you got a lot of money, but again, those doors are closing quickly.
Right, closing quickly and just snatching up as much talent as possible, which is a little weird when it comes to WWID. At least I was thinking NXT was technically like WWEID, and it seems like they're trying to branch out outside of NXT and find more talent and not just do the homegrown talent that's in NXT.
Yeah, it's like the deeper roots, right? So that's what it feels like anyway.
Right. But yeah, like I said, 2025 really interesting of what talent they get in there with that WWE ID. I'm interested to see it. I know it's mixed feelings from fans, like the hardcore fans saying the indie scene is ruined, but then I've seen the indie wrestlers saying this is something we've wanted for a very long time. So it's really just the fans' mindset.
Yeah. No, I mean, again, I don't think it ruins anything. I think it opens opportunity. Even a guy like, we've watched guys like Mathers and Jack Cartwheel that we thought, they're great wrestlers, they bring a lot to the table, but we may never see them on that stage. Now they might have an opportunity where they didn't have it before. And it seems now more than ever, they got an eye on it.
Right. I think this is now. So I'm pausing it now.
You're holding it now? Okay. I still got the end of professional tag.
Professional tag. What's
I swear to God. on the Ocho tonight. Tag. Let me see. Stay it now. Watch, I'm gonna leap past you. Dun dun dun. I got forever. Okay, so let me know when you get to forever.
Okay. Oh, I think YouTube TV. Okay, I thought YouTube TV froze for a second. But it's good. All right, I'm at forever.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Anthony and I are synced up like butter, and we are ready to. That sounds weird. Well, we are ready to go tonight. It's going to be a good one. If you want to follow along, we are just getting together on the screen. Well, the WWE logo actually, but it's going to be a fun one. We don't know a whole lot what's going to be on this card, but from Grand Rapids, Michigan, we are ready to go, and we will get to that chat. So stay there.
I do like when they do the double tapings. At least the first tapings is it's like a tape delay. It's not like it's the whole show is taped before it starts airing. So I do like that. So we don't get those spoilers. But then when they do the second tapings, obviously we'll get those spoilers where we have to, duck, dive, and ditch for like 7 days until the next episode of Monday Night Raw.
What will happen. And again, I mean, I think somebody pointed out in the chat as well. The hard part about some of these shows is, as I'm getting Gunther coming out.
Wait, okay, now I have Gunther. Okay,
there you go. I hit a button.
Had the Judgment Day for a minute.
There we go. But they tend to hold back a little bit on the tape shows, so we're almost pre-conditioned to like, we're not going to get anything big tonight because they don't want it leaking out.
Right, absolutely. And I mean, it's hard to try to do something big and it's taped because you got cameras, you got cell phones, you got everything possible out there to to spoil the moment. So we have to deal with the tape shows every now and then. It's not the biggest end of the world type segment there.
Yeah, I think the issue right now, I just feel like we're in a hot run of it. Like we had a SmackDown, a couple SmackDown, so we'll see. Again, it doesn't happen a lot. Generally, this part of the year, they start doing those WWE live tours. So now rumors are cutting back on that. So we'll see.
Right. Rumors of that. And then I didn't even know they were doing a European tour next week. So I thought they were kind of giving them time off for Thanksgiving. Right. Even though I know that's like 2.5 weeks away. Right. So I didn't even know that.
What's up, main event girl? What's up, Scott? How you doing?
What's up, Scott?
What you doing? I missed a couple, but of course, Sammy's good. Give Sammy some love, MDB. What's up, main event girl? Kyle, lots of love for Anthony. What's up, Ant-Man? We never call you
Polo.
Denisha,
what's up, Denisha?
There you go. Bring up Spooky Chew and give her the title so we can let's go.
It's kind of perfect because it seems like Spooky Chew is done with TNA right now since she lost to Rosemary last week, I think it was. So she'll be back in NXT more, I'm sure.
Yeah. Mr. Fancy Pants. How do you know about his pants, MDB?
I don't know. It sounds like he might have X-ray vision or something. I don't know.
As ladies and gentlemen, we do have Gunther in the ring. What, brother? Monday Night Raw, baby. Andre, welcome. Stop it. How you doing? Jordan, welcome. The room behind Anthony makes me want to say indubitably. Oh, that's what you're saying.
Oh, that makes sense now. That makes sense.
He got the office.
Right.
Man, they sold out of the new Liv Dom shirts. Liv and Raquel winning the titles. That'd be interesting.
I don't know. That could be very interesting. That could happen tonight. Liv as double champ. Liv as double champ would be. I don't know how the fandom will react if Liv is double champ.
Right. Carlos, what's up, Anthony? And how did you enjoy Collision?
It never made it to my TV. That's how much I enjoyed Collision. So,
as we got company, the Archer of Infamy.
Yeah, here comes Damien. I'm excited for this match whenever it happens. I don't know if it's at Survivor Series. I think I mentioned a couple of streams ago that it could be at Saturday Night Main Event. I know I'm booking almost it's about a month ahead. But yeah, I feel like this is a Saturday Night Main Event match. But if they do it at Survivor Series, I'm cool too.
Well, like, I mean, it's funny because we kept saying that, like, oh, Saturday Night Main Event's so far away. It's 2 weeks after Survivor Series. So, like, we're like, I think I said it earlier, we're like 44 days away from Christmas. Holy shit, what happened?
Like, we blinked and this year flew by.
I feel like we were doing Mania like a couple weeks ago.
Right. I feel like they had just announced the Netflix deal, and now we're literally like 2 months away from Netflix.
Right. Oh. Good cheers for Damien. Good love for him.
Yeah.
What's up, Stoner? Jesus, may that.
What's up, Stoner? So we got Gunther and Damian Priest going at it.
Yo, he's doing the B Rabbit.
Right.
He's saying, now tell these people something they don't know about me. Saying everything Gunther said to him before. You're garbage, you're trash.
Right, leading up to the SummerSlam match. Yeah. Gunther doesn't look happy.
Oh. Okay.
Okay.
Damien shooting from the hip.
Yeah.
So Damien basically saying, folks, that he was nervous. He felt like he couldn't beat Gunther. He doubted himself. And now he's kind of taking, like, he's owning it.
Exactly.
Keegan Jig and sweet, supple, sensual, and sexual Tony, the ringmaster. I don't know if the ringmaster was necessary after all the other adjectives. Do we get the women's IC title tonight? Do they move the ladies tag to NXT for a bit? I don't know.
I don't know what they do there. I did when I was listening to the stream before as I was setting up everything, but I didn't hear the rumor of the US title moving between the two brands.
Yeah. No, I haven't heard for a lot of sources. So
okay. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know.
Yeah, it'd be interesting, right? Like you just assume that we're gonna do an IC title. So
right.
But looks like the champagne room. Well, we know what there is no in the champagne room. Shit. Oh, way to step in that one, KJ. It's showtime.
Ooh, Damien said, you can't beat me. Because technically, Damien there was some interference, so it wasn't a clean victory at SummerSlam.
Yep. Damien egging him on. You want to hit me, Gunther? My gut aunt. Trevor.
What's up, Trevor? What's up? You guys welcome Trevor to the channel. KJ told me at Bad Blood that I had to tell someone about the channel. I told Trevor about the channel. So he's here now.
My guy, Aaron. There you go. Oh, we got company. Ludwig Kaiser.
Oh, is that Ludwig? Yeah, okay.
Time to light it up. Let's go, folks. Let's see if we can get triple digits in this chat here tonight. Ice Williams for Booker T. Raw show has signed. Oh, for Ice Williams. We got Cappuccino Jones, Jack Cartwheel.
Jones. That's a wild name.
Right? They tag up their Ice Cappuccino.
Right.
I'm here all week, folks. Professional tag. I got SV.
Kaiser's saying Damien needs to get out the ring right now. All of this is a little weird with Kaiser coming out.
Oh, Gunther giving Ludwig shit.
Oh,
Marcus Mathers is another one. We watched him a lot. Happy to see him sign.
yeah, Gunther is not happy with Ludwig right now.
Oh, I imagine we're going to get Damian Ludwig again.
Oh, big right hand by Damian.
What's up,
That
baby?
the world heavyweight title run that Damian Priest was on this year made him. I know sometimes people say the title doesn't make the person, but I think in this case it made the person because he came out bigger than what he was before.
Yeah, and he almost like he lost the title, but he came out of it so strong. And again, it felt like he got a good groundswell of fanfare behind it. So it's been good for him. And again, he's still in a prominent role. So works for me. There you go. Can I be the next King of the Ring?
Do we think that Gunther holds the title until Mania, or does he drop it before?
Ooh, I don't see him losing it. Like, I don't know when he loses it. Like, I think it's gonna be such a big surprise. I could see him holding it all the way to Mania, but I also could see some other things happening, like a Seth or somebody to set up other matchups, right? So it's hard to say, Anthony.
Yeah, it's definitely hard to say. It's really unpredictable going into WrestleMania season. A lot of this, like, you can't see where we're going here, which is a good thing.
Sub 444, I'll drop you on your ass. Up Capone, Robert, good to see you. Boston, as always.
Up Boston.
Jose, good to see you. Keywan, welcome back. VHS. Hey! Am I slightly ahead of you?
You are slightly ahead of me. Now I see Dakota.
Okay. That should help.
Is she out of injury?
Is she cleared? She's in here.
They did say 6-women tag match with PF Chang tonight, so I'm assuming she's out of injury.
This is good, Gilly. Welcome back. Good to see you, Tiffany. Good to see you. Welcome.
Hi, Tiffany. So it looks like she is wrestling. Okay.
No way. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Dakota Kai back in the house.
I'm hoping that Dakota can stay off of the injury list because it seems like she's always on the injury list. And I feel like she's really good in the ring. And she's definitely good on the mic. I want her in that main event scene, but she has to stay off of the injury list as well.
Right. Yeah, I don't disagree with you at all, man. She big fan, knew what she was coming up, was excited to see her. And again, she just hasn't been able to consistent, like when she goes on a bit of a run, we like it, and then she's back on the shelf. So Damage Control reunited, and it feels so good as we go into the first commercial break, folks.
Yeah. I'm excited that Damage Control, all of them are back together. You got Io potentially going after Liv Morgan shortly. I don't know when that match is going to happen, but she is the #1 contender. So a lot of moving parts here.
Yeah, the only one missing now is Asuka, technically, and hopefully she'll be back soon.
Right. I think Asuka was like double injured. Like I feel like she injured her knee and both her knees. I think. I don't know. I know they said she's been wrestling hurt for a very long time.
Right. They never said nothing about doing your taxes in the facts. Gunther looks like the bully who gets called out on his BS is about to cry. I thought that was a really good promo by Damian Priest. Come out, and instead of letting Gunther do what he did to Cody, he literally was like, you're going to say this, this, and this, and this, but this is why things happened, and this is why it's going to be different. I thought he nailed it.
Yeah, he really shut Gunther up. Like Gunther couldn't say anything after that because, like you said, Gunther was just going to repeat himself from what happened, what he said before their SummerSlam match.
Yeah,
So yeah, Damian Priest came out and really took control of that segment and that promo.
absolutely. Gunther versus Damian Priest for the World Heavyweight Championship is set for Survivor Series. Yeah, we highly anticipated that. Thank you, 316. So there you go. I mean, we know, or we feel like we pretty much know. Let's be real. We're gonna get the war games for the tribe is gonna go to war. We're happy about that. Potentially now we have KO and Cody, maybe, unless that gets held back to main event. Liv and EO potentially, Gunther and Damian. I mean, there's a lot of potential here. Bronson and Seth.
Right.
Not a lot official, but Survivor Series can be fun.
Right. That's like what we've seen on WWE TV over the past couple of weeks. All of those type of matchups that could happen at Survivor Series.
Right.
So I'm excited for Survivor Series. It looks like it's going to be and I think the War Games match is all but confirmed at this point that we'll be getting that. And they've even mentioned it on Friday, like let's go to war. So
right.
So Survivor Series is shaping up to be good. I don't know if they hold some of the. I would like to see Cody versus KO main event, Saturday night main event. That would be so cool. You drag this out a couple of more weeks because it's only 2 weeks. Like you said, it's only 2 weeks from Survivor Series. So you can kind of drag that out, but then you don't want to have Cody off the Survivor Series card. So you might have to do it on Survivor Series.
Yeah, maybe they get a schmoz match where they just get, we just saw it with Randy and KO. Where,
that is true.
We can stretch things out. We can find a way. Love the evolution of Priest. Can't agree more. Got that one. Folks, don't forget the super chat and super stickers as we are in our first commercial break here tonight. ABJ, welcome back in case we haven't said it. Gunther showing uncertainty. It's good. Yeah. Doing the Rocky IV storyline for Gunther. Yeah, if he dies, he dies. Was he rocking a Bad Bunny t-shirt? I missed that. What's up, Mike?
I think he was. I think he was.
Yeah, title did what it's supposed to do. And it's good because a lot of people, kind of the natural inclination of the fans, the IWC out there, once he loses, they buried him. Well, actually, they pole vaulted him. They launched him.
Yeah, they launched him and he was already in the main event, but it seems like they launched him outside of the main event. Like he's really big now. The fans are behind him. The same worked for Rhea Ripley in a way. After all of that went down at SummerSlam, they just kind of catapulted both of them in a way.
Yeah. And again, that's kind of what you want, right? Like he still matters. When he comes out, he still gets a reaction. And I'm a big fan of Damian. I know Nick and I have bantered back and forth a little bit about Damian, but I've been a big fan of his work and what he's been able to do.
Yeah. He's come a long way. He's definitely come a long way. I still remember our reaction when he cashed in at WrestleMania. I think we all three had pure reactions in that moment.
Pure joy or, not. I've been behind Rhea Ripley since the Mae Young Classic. Well, good choice. Good choice, MDB. Smart man. Braun Breaker versus Dom for the IC title. Is that happening?
So this is a conversation Trevor and I have had about Dom being put in the IC title scene a little bit, which I think would be cool if he could, and you can really bring Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio being those heel champions. I think that would be a cool idea if WWE wanted to explore it. And I think it's kind of the right time right now with Rhea Ripley kind of being put on the shelf for a moment, but also we still have Braun Breaker, who's just a dominant, personality in WWE.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, again, you're not wrong. Why did you do that? You're not wrong as far as it would kind of push Braun into a different role, but again, everybody hates Dom. So, I mean, again, people talked about him beating Gunther, and I was like, there's no way that's happening. But I could live with if done properly.
I think Dom has a chance of being world champion just not right now. Like, give him a couple of more years. I
A
think
little
he'll
more
eventually be
mature.
in that world title scene.
What do you have on your screen right now, Anthony?
I have Kofi Kingston.
Is
Do I
that
need to
R-Truth?
pause? Yeah, I got Kofi Kingston and R-Truth.
There we go. Interesting. Maybe they'll be the new tag team when Xavier turns.
Right. A lot of people think Kofi's going to turn, though.
I keep saying it would be the best, like as far as surprise goes. I mean, imagine where we think Xavier's going to do it, and then he gets just drilled with a Trouble in Paradise. Like, yeah,
Right.
I just don't know if I buy Kofi as a long-term heel.
Oh, no, absolutely. I feel like Xavier would probably be the better heel in this situation.
Yeah.
Oh, now we got Pete Dunne and R-Truth.
Are we going to get Pete Dunne and Kofi?
Oh, yeah, there's definitely some heat between Kofi and Xavier.
And they're selling it well. And I mean, some people feel like it's been going on a bit long. Like, come on, do it. But I think that's the job, right? Is you gotta want everyone kind of like today? No, not today. Today? No, not today. Like, we're chomping at it.
Right. We gotta build it up and it eventually get there. You did just see Xavier walk away though after Kofi kind of just shut him up. So
beware of damage control. Absolutely. Gunther is still Gunther. Why waste the beating he will give Priest later? I mean, I'm not taking anything away from Gunther. Gunther is on another level. Even when he was feuding with Cody, building into Crown Jewel, to me, Gunther got all the marks, Anthony. So to see this, I mean, again, but you want compelling challengers, or else the title reign doesn't feel strong, right?
You want compelling challenges and you want promo segments to have that back and forth. Right. And I think that's what we saw here. Gunther's always going to be Gunther. Like I think if you look at the numbers online, like Gunther has been champion in WWE 80 to 85% of his career. So Gunther is always going to be Gunther. It's never going to change.
Yeah, he's the guy that needs to take time off just to keep him away from the belt.
Exactly.
As here comes PF Chang. I mean, PFC. It's a great name. It's a great name. It was a good day, Mega. Thank you for being here. That's my favorite model of his Kia. Gunther seems like the only actual heel left at the moment. I mean, again, we talk about Dom, but I mean, that's a bit of a drop off. Braun Breaker's more heelish right now than not. So, I mean, I don't know if he's the
Bronson
only
Reed
one,
too.
but maybe at that stature's what our friend is saying. Spaz. Oh, wait, let me go back to the wait. I don't know if I fully read. Yeah, I think I did. There you go. Thank you for the super chat. Remember, folks, if you want to guarantee we click on your message, super chat, super stickers is the way to do it. And don't forget, be a member. We just came off Sunday's fun members only chat, and it was a good time. It's getting bigger each time, so we appreciate it. But become a member. You get the perks. You get to see behind the curtains. Talk to us about it.
Right, absolutely.
Woods with the Corbin shirt. Did everyone picking up on the shirts tonight?
Like Baron Corbin?
Their name is Shazonia. Is Wade Barrett making an in-ring debut? No, not that I know of.
Yeah. I think the only time if we did see Wade in the ring, it should have been earlier this year when he was in the mix of that CM Punk stuff with Drew McIntyre.
Right? A lot of people talking about what's next for Drew as well. As this match is off and running, folks, usually we take a prediction. We're not going to do it tonight because I know some of y'all are cheaters.
I wonder if Liv or someone gets involved here since Io is in this match and her next challenger.
Right. Nice neck breaker.
Yeah, that was a really nice neck breaker.
PFC is pretty funny on social media, though. I'll give them that. That's what you want at all your heels, is just be hilarious. Finn Balor's a heel. Yeah, they're still heelish.
Yeah.
So they've been quiet. Do you feel like we need a little something out of Finn and JD? Like, give them some tag matches. Do something.
Yeah, because I know we had that segment, like 2 or 3 weeks ago, where Pierce said they needed to start defending the tag team titles. Well, you booked the show, Pierce, so put them on to defend the titles.
Like Tony Khan saying, we need to book Ricky Starks. Yeah,
right.
I'm PFC's #1 fan. There you go, Keyshawn. Loves Jeff Jarrett and PFC.
Yes, a huge fan of Jeff Jarrett. That's what Keyshawn is.
Right. As folks, we are about 8 away from triple digits. Let's go. Be a friend, tell a friend, take this link, and let's get into that triple digit bracket tonight. Light it up for service members. Absolutely. As you can see right below me is a puppy, which that's what we use to symbolize our veterans. I know it's Veterans Day in the U.S., so
yeah.
Shout out across North America to all those who serve.
I forgot Shayna Baszler was a part of this group.
Really?
I did. Like I literally said in my head, why is she at ringside? I totally forgot she was at a part of this group.
Right. We go to commercial break with PFC in control, folks. But Anthony, serious question while we're on commercial break. Are you ready for Thursday?
No, because I lost last time.
So for those who don't know, Thursday, Wing of the Ring returns, and we're gonna have a little fun with it. You guys can play along at home. Go buy yourself some chicken wings and hot sauce, or go get some Fuego. Shout out to Fuego. Slowly becoming a sponsor at this point, but we're gonna test each other's trivia knowledge. This time it's gonna be fall wrestling season pay-per-view. Yeah. So we didn't want to just do Survivor Series. We're going from September to November, and it's gonna be fun. I got to defend my crown. Nick's gonna be here. It's gonna be fun. And if you don't know, every time we get a question wrong, we got to eat some wings. And then the last one standing wins, and the other two have to go clear out their ears or their sinuses nice and smooth at that point.
Right. And each wing is hotter than the last wing. So
True.
It's exciting. It's exciting. I lost the last time, so I'm not excited about this time. I realized I suck at trivia. So
that's my claim. See, now you're going to do what I did. You're going to smoke it. That's how I started last time. I'm not good at this, guys, but you managed well. We caught up to you. You kind of ran out of the gate. You got the name of the game wrong. You thought the object was to eat all the wings as fast as possible. So.
I went back and watched the wing show, and I think you asked the first question, which was TNA and Trinity's debut.
Yeah.
And I saw your face when I was struggling to answer the question because you were like, you should know this.
Yeah, I know, it was good times. But folks, we will be back on Thursday with that one, and we got more coming your way. We got all your favorite wrestling. We got tons of pay-per-views coming up. We're working on more original content. We're working on more stuff. So stay tuned. And again, as we ask, share the Wrestling for Life with everyone you know. As again, we are so close to 6K and our next milestone, less than 50 away. So help us get there. If you're not subscribed yet, make sure you do so.
Yeah, absolutely. Hit that subscribe, hit the bell so you'll know when we're here for all of our content.
Absolutely. Valen, good to see you. Thursday, I will hop on for sure and get some chicken wings or some pizza or something. All the above. You do it all.
Right. All three.
I have hot sauce. That's 2.9 million Scoville. That's a lot. And I do have a Carolina Reaper hot sauce that I rarely touch, but it's cooking. I don't know what the Scoville is. So, but I do like the ones we've had. I've actually used a couple of them on like at home on other stuff. So.
That Chipotle one, now I feel like that's the worst.
Yeah, we got to find out. We're gonna run this back and see what's up.
Right.
Right. We're not sure. We're still trying to figure out Nick went in right order. He might eat the last one third. You would remember if you called him Shazonia. There you go. Tip.
Shazonia. I like that name though. That really should actually be their name.
As Dakota Kai throwing bombs.
Right.
Coming out of commercial. Pure Fusion Collective is pretty cool, in my opinion. I think they're great. I love the idea. Don't love the name because I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to get from Pure Fusion Collective. But I think as a woman's faction, Anthony, they're outstanding.
Oh yeah, as a women's faction, they're really good. The name is trash, and it sounds like it came from Dragon Ball Z. But yeah,
actually. Royal Rumble, Indianapolis, Saturday, February 1st. Crazy. Does that mean February 1st, March 1st, and no, because
WrestleMania is the 20th, I think.
Yeah, the 20th. They pushed that back. So
yeah.
Okay. Interesting. It's gonna be a long stretch between Survivor Series and Rumble this year.
Right. Even with Elimination Chamber in WrestleMania, it's like a month and a half.
Yeah.
So
Dakota setting up Baszler. Oh no, that's Sonya. Oh no, it's Baszler.
Ooh, yeah, she was setting up Baszler, and then I think it was Sonya who actually took the hit.
Right.
Chipotle isn't hot at all. That Chipotle was different. I've had Chipotle in the past, and I actually like Chipotle, but that one was different because I can actually feel it in my teeth. If you go back and watch the stream,
I have that clipped. I gotta put that out of you complaining about your burning teeth. It was the first for me. Kyrie off the top, and this is broken down into a scramble.
Right, everybody is in now.
I would take the questions on purpose. Well, I mean, somebody on the show did eat a few wings just because he's a nice guy. So guilty. Brother Fluff Salisbury, welcome back, by the way.
It looks like Shayna has like a chokehold to Io outside of the ropes.
Dakota kicks her.
Yeah. And Io going to the top.
That should be their slogan. Over the moonsault.
Her moonsault is so pretty. Like it's perfection.
And Io gets the pin as she should.
Yeah, Io needed that as she's going into this feud with Liv Morgan. Not sure how long they'll stretch this feud out. We don't even know how long Rhea is going to be out. So
no.
What I really want them to do is have Liv run through a couple of challenges until she gets back to Rhea, because I don't think she's dropping the title until she gets back to Rhea.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense for Rhea to come back and try and fight someone else for that belt. So Liv kind of getting through a couple. I love Io, but I think Liv's kind of a heavy favorite here.
Right.
What happened to Ilya and Roxana after their Raw after Mania debut? Nothing, LOL. Triple H needs to sort it. Taylor, Ilya got hurt, and Ilya was actually in a storyline. So I guess Triple H has to become a doctor? Roxana, like as in,
I think Roxanne Perez.
She's the champ. I don't know if you saw the belt that she has.
She's the champ in NXT. Faced Jordan Grace. Had a lot of matches this past summer defending that title. So yeah. She just wasn't a mainstay on Raw. She didn't get called up. She was actually the champion when she came to Raw. I'm like 99% sure that night.
Right. As we are going to replay a SmackDown where the Bloodline started feeling a little oozy again. As the honorary.
I love how they played this out on SmackDown too. Like at the beginning, it was like, we're not getting back together. Roman was like, we're not having this. And then we fast forward to the end and we got all of them back together.
Yeah, I know it was done well. And again, there's not like just like, no big deal, big hugs, love you. It's very apprehensive, very like, are you sure? I don't know. But then they're kind of like, yeah, I guess so. We're in. Like, it was really well done.
Right. It was done perfectly, I think.
Yeah.
But we still got to get Paul Heyman back involved. I don't know how we do that, but like I did have that theory when I said that the OG Bloodline loses War Games, and then Paul Heyman comes out, on SmackDown or something to try to get everybody back together.
Yeah, I thought Paul was kind of going to be the glue that kind of pieced this all back together. Now, you actually might have a better theory than I do at this point, because we're close and they all just kind of got along, so they kind of don't need that yet. The loss might then garner the Paul. I don't know. They're keeping us guessing, Anthony.
Right. I think each time where we think we're heading somewhere, they change the direction on us just a tad bit.
Just a little bit. And again, the willingness to make us wait, and a lot of really smart decisions. Like, it's not, like I said, it's not just kumbaya. It's just like, I might have issues with you, but I really hate them more than I hate you. So let's do this. And I think that's strong.
Right. And that's how we basically got Jay back in the fold, because they cost him the IC title. So like, he really wants to get back at them, but he's truly not on good terms with Roman Reigns either.
Right. And I think they did a good job, man, as far as like, there was a moment, I don't know how you felt about it, but there was a moment where I'm like, Sammy's going to kick Roman.
Right.
Like, is he going to do it? Oh, we got Jay and Sammy now. Oh, the handshake's back.
And Jimmy doesn't look happy.
And this shit is like a weekly show. Like, it really is. Like, as the bloodline turns, like, Jimmy walks in, they're all high-fiving. Yo, what's your problem, bro? Like,
like, he's like, you see what I'm saying? Like, he just doesn't like me.
Now, this is I don't know, Keyshawn. They alluded to 5. They did. But I don't know.
Well, they're just saying 5-on-5 now. So,
oh, they are. We got to find a 5th member.
Yeah.
Sammy might know someone. If he shows up with Hikuleo, I'm gonna laugh. Like, how do you know him? Who Sammy got?
That's what I'm thinking. Like, who does Sammy have?
Zilla Fatu confirmed. Yeah, maybe Taylor. Jimmy just said it. Yeah, okay. So on Friday, there was a bit of like, well, if Sammy joins us, we got 5. So when Sammy didn't, we thought maybe 4-on-4. Now we're getting 5. So who are the last 2 members?
2 members.
Right? Is it Hikuleo? Is it Zilla? Is it fucking Lance and Hawaii? Like,
right.
We're assuming they're Samoan. I know Sammy's kind of the exception. He's kind of like the white guy in the crew that had to earn his stripes. We get it. But who's Sammy gonna get?
It's kind of weird, because I'm trying to think back over the past like 4 years, and the OG Bloodline literally only had those members: Jimmy, Jay, Roman, and Sammy. So I'm like, who do you have? And it can't be KO. And I still want to see, like, the Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn interaction, because KO didn't like when Cody kind of reunited with the Bloodline, or united with the Bloodline. So yeah.
It's The Rock. No, the Rock's on the other side, but I think The Rock shows up. See, this is where it's interesting, right? Like, I think The Rock will play a role in the outcome of one of the reasons why the new Bloodline will win at War Games, maybe because of The Rock. Maybe. Punk? No. Someone said Cody. I don't want Cody anywhere near this.
No, I don't want Cody near it at all. But I mean, that is an obvious choice, because he did just team up with Roman at Bad Blood. So I mean, if you pull somebody, you could pull Cody. But I don't know. But that pulls Cody away from KO, if that's where we're leading to there as well.
Who else is Sammy friends with? Like, nobody.
Like I can't think of one person at all like
Braun
that
Breaker?
could. Braun? I mean, nah.
I don't like it.
Drew McIntyre, but
like
no, I don't know.
Jericho for sure. The learning tree. No, we got the Samoan tree. I like this one better. Zilla confirmed. More everyone Zilla. We are on commercial break, folks. Let us know who you think. Who will be the 5th member of each War Games team? So we're going 5-on-5. Each team has 4. We're assuming it's going to be a Samoan on at least one side. But who is Sammy going to go get?
Who is Sammy going to go get? And then who is the Bloodline 2.0 going to get? Is it going to be The Rock? That'll be the 5th person that will show up at Survivor Series, the night of Survivor Series, not on any show before, and be the 5th? I don't know.
It can't be KO. Jason, it can't be KO. Ricky the Jobber. I don't think Ricky slides into the whole. I mean, Rock. Meet Young Rock.
Right.
Maybe, but no. Kevin Owens would be interesting if Sammy tried to get KO, but KO's busy gaslighting everybody, so I can't imagine it's going to go over well.
Like, I can't think of anyone at all. This is hard.
Rey Mysterio, I can't see it. Ricky! No. You're going to have to run it back. Kenny Omega. Yeah, he wishes. How do we know it's going to be 5-on-5? They just said it. They said
they just said it on the Sammy actually said it on Raw. So it's definitely going to be 5-on-5.
I like this one from Taylor. Bully Ray confirmed for War Games.
I mean, Moose has called himself the tribal chief of TNA. Do we get Moose over here? I don't know.
X Division Moose. The Boogeyman. The Samoan tree. A coconut tree? I got a lovely bunch of coconuts. AJ. Well, what's his
injured?
He's out.
Right. I think MDB said it, but I can't find the comment. I think he said Shinsuke.
Right. Shinsuke would be interesting.
Yeah, there it is. Shinsuke.
He's not doing much. He's not. Have a past. Death. Okay. Sammy needs to go away and become a hermit. Hey, that's enough out of you. We love Sammy. Or I love Sammy anyway. Leave Sammy alone. I don't want to be here, says Xavier Woods, by his tank top and leaning on the. Do you see the back and? Well, you actually sent over the back and forth between him and Kenny Omega. That killed me.
Yes, the back and forth between him and Kenny Omega was hilarious.
I've never seen you do the first thing. So Woods put out a thing about what he does, like wrestle, cosplay, video games, and Kenny called him out, like, I've never seen you wrestle. And then Xavier responded with like, well, check me out on Netflix.
Right. He was like, I've been doing it for the past like 8 years, and you can check me out in Netflix in January.
Right. Then you're gonna go get Seth and Solo, go get Bronson Reed. I don't see that all fitting together. I mean, is Bronson close enough to Samoan?
Awful. I mean, he has the same complexion, I guess. Right. I don't know.
Pacific-ish. Hikuleo. I feel like it's going to be Hikuleo to join Solo.
Okay.
The Sammy thing's what's fucking me up, because if Jimmy and Jay were like, we got another cousin, I'd be like, all right, it's going to be Lance or Juicy or one of them. But
right.
It's Sammy who's got a friend.
Well, exactly. I don't know.
There you go, Anthony.
Joe Hendry.
We believe. There you go. MDP calling you out, though.
I'm just saying. I'm trying to put TNA in the mix somehow. Right. I'll think of something. Let it be Jordan Grace be their fifth person. I don't know.
Right. Yeah, shit. Let's do it. As we are kicking off, Pete Dunne taking on Kofi Kingston. I'm with Wrestling Proud. I truly don't. I have more guesses for the bad guys than the good guys.
Right. Like I'm trying to think of like who the Bloodline kind of ran through over the course of the past 4 years. They're not friends with anybody. So, oh
I
God,
don't
please
see it.
don't let it be John Cena.
Don't let it be John Cena. Don't gimmick up. We don't need the dude. We'll see you in 2025, bro.
Right. Well, let your last tour be in 2025 only.
Right. Here's my question. Why have The Rock come out in the beginning of October just to push the finger up, not to see him ever once afterwards? I feel like we should have seen him at least once already. Again, I think it's long-term storytelling. So I get you, because I thought we were going to get a little more Rock after that. But now I think the next time we get The Rock, I think The Rock somehow, some way will be involved in Survivor Series. He's just reminding everybody, I'm still in this story.
Right.
Could he be in War Games? I don't think we need The Rock actually in the War Game.
Yeah, we don't really need him in that match, I don't think. If it happens, like, it happens and I'll be okay with it. But I think The Rock is bigger than War Games, and what we're building is to potentially him and Roman at Mania. Yeah.
And I mean, if you put him in War Games, you're gonna have to have water bottles in the corner for The Rock, because I hear stories.
Man always looks dehydrated when he's in that ring.
Those glass bottles are reusable, apparently. Maybe there you go. It's Sting. It's probably not going to be Sting. Rico. No, we saw him show up elsewhere. Lance on Oahu. I'm okay with 5-on-5. I am too, because now there's this other layer. Because if I was kind of settled on 4-on-4, so we're done. Like, we just wait for the match now. But now you say I got a friend, and they need to get a friend. Now I want to know. Now we're playing this game again.
Exactly. Like, and who, like you said earlier, who is Sammy friends with? Like, I don't know. Like Sammy said on Jersey Shore, are you friends with her? Like, who do you have?
Right? His only friend is on the other show hating everybody. That works
exactly.
That doesn't fly. And the other people that he's been friends with, he's now friends with again.
Right. So who does he have?
But ladies and gentlemen, we are on commercial break. Remember, we are back tomorrow for NXT. Lash and Jackson going to take on Julia and Stephanie. Wesley is going to take on Cedric. There's a couple other. The Iron Survivor qualifiers begin tomorrow. There's 2 of them as they build towards deadline, which I think is December 16th-ish. I'm guessing.
Around there, yeah.
This is nuts, but what if the 5th is Paul? Like Logan Paul or Paul
That's
Heyman?
what I was thinking, because it can't be Paul Heyman.
They force Paul in. Like, Paul, we got nobody else.
Right. You have to be the 5th member.
Right. Lance. Will the 5th be a surprise Canadian? Bret the Hitman Hart. Oba. That'd be crazy, but I don't. It doesn't quite fit. I don't know if those pieces come together.
Didn't the old Bloodline, not the old Bloodline, but the Bloodline 2.0 attack somebody on NXT a couple of months ago? Was it the Street Profits?
It might have been the Street Profits, yeah.
Right, well, then that wouldn't make sense if it was. Well, it would make sense, but they're also trying to go after the tag title, so I don't know.
Right, Cherokee. There's enough branches on the Samoan family tree that we could do 10-on-10. So don't tempt them. They might do it. They'd be pulling out all the fucking kids.
Right, they're gonna get Samoa Joe, who's technically not a part of the family, but he'll show up.
As long as it's not Cody. Yeah, I'm kind of with you, Keyshawn. I think that Cody, John Cena don't fly for me. I think Cody, just go defend your title. Go do cool stuff with that. Go fight KO.
Has Punk had any interaction with them since he's been back at all?
Not much. And I did notice somebody did bring his name up, but I skipped over it because I don't trust him. But
well, I'm not going to scroll up to see who it was. So
Hikuleo is the Tama's little brother, even though he's huge.
That's true. Yeah.
Tamina! Is Tamina not the longest standing employee? Is it Tamina or Natty? Like who?
I was just about to say that. They have to be tied at this point.
It's close. Like Tamina's like furniture. She's been there forever. Like you forget she exists. No offense. Shout out Tamina. But you forget that she's there, and then all of a sudden, like one night, she'll show up and kick somebody in the head. You're like, oh,
exactly. Shit. And there's goes Tamina. And like I did see a rumor online some months ago that she officially retired, but I don't know if that's true or not.
Right. As we are back to Pete Dunne and Kofi. Pete Dunne's elbowing the mat next to Kofi's head. Not a good look.
Right.
5-on-5 is stupid. Well, how do you get mad at that, Paul? Why do you gotta confuse things? I'm like, they ruined everything. They gave us an extra person. They added an extra person for the exact thing that Anthony and I are doing on screen right now. Who's it gonna be? That's
right, speculation.
Right? Like, how did you ruin? Oh, they ruined everything. There's too many. I gotta take my socks off to count to 10. What are we doing? Big Nick's gonna make his spoiler. That's it. He's not here tonight. He's training.
Right. He's training for his debut in that match.
Right. 6-minute abs impossible. That is the most random comment that we've got tonight. Jericho does it though. I think it's called liposuction, but hey.
Oh. I actually saw Jericho in Terrifier 3 today, and you know he died tragically in Terrifier 3. So you know,
if only his tree would die too. Naomi, Nia Jax. Just throwing all the names out here now. Fuck it.
Nia Jax can be in there though and throw hands with the best of them.
Y'all hate basketball 5-on-5. Hockey's 5-on-5. Like, I don't get the problem with 5-on-5, guys. Y'all hating on numbers?
Isn't the traditional Survivor Series match 5-on-5?
5, yeah.
Right.
Then they kind of there was a time where they did 4s, but like adding an extra person is not a bad thing. Like, right. It's so confusing. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. We're too easily like stop, take a breath, think about it, and then go, maybe it's not so bad before you go like, sucks. It's like, fuck, what are we doing? Like, everything exactly. You want a hamburger? Sucks. You want pizza? Like, fuck, you gotta like something. I think it's time for
Kofi and Xavier exchanging words.
Look, Xavier's not even watching.
Wow.
You have an objective. Complete it.
Oh. Exactly.
Yeah. OG reminding everybody this is a spoiler-free zone.
I think this might be it. Kofi about to lose this match.
Tamina retired, but is on a Legends contract. He won.
So yeah, I've seen it. It wasn't like officially announced by WWE, but online, Tamina said she retired. And was that a 3 count?
Yeah, the bitter end. Yeah. And Xavier seems to be enjoying it. Jose, it's this show is on an hour delay, so not like it is taped. Yes. Whatever we're seeing now happened an hour ago in real life.
Right.
So don't ruin it for me. Coolest name, and yeah, Juicy Fatu. Let's go.
Oh, Kofi pushing Xavier away.
Yeah, man. Do you know what though? No matter who turns, if they have a little angle for a while, like where they hate each other in a couple matches, we're gonna get really good matches out of both these guys. Kofi can wrestle a broomstick.
Right. Absolutely.
There's trouble in paradise. Well played, Christian.
are we getting Liv Morgan up next? They're talking about Liv Morgan on commentary here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're getting a replay of last week.
Me personally, I feel that this Bloodline storyline has gotten a bit way out of control. Like, what was the end of result of this storyline? It's forever. Like, I don't think it's out of control. I think it's been one of the best things in wrestling. I think this is one of the things where fans right now are like, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. But like when you step back and then look back, it'll be like stuff that happened during the Attitude Era or you know, in the early 2010s where people are like, oh, this is shit. And then you look back like, wow, he was really good or that was really good. I think that's what's going to happen with this shit. Like it's been epic and it ebbs and flows. And right now I'm all for it. And going into War Games, let's go.
Yeah, it has its ups and downs, and I think right now, they've kind of picked up the pace a little bit, and it's kind of growing. So
Yeah.
I'm liking it. I mean, yes, it's gone all over the place, but I am liking it. I've never really at any point said I didn't like what was going on in the Bloodline.
It can't be Brock.
It can't be Brock. No,
you just can't do that well because if it's Brock, they're gonna steamroll motherfuckers. Like,
right. And then on top of that, we saw Brock and Roman square off so many times in the past 4 years alone. So
yeah, I feel like this new Finn is interesting. Finn's got a bit of a chip on his shoulder.
Is there a little beef between Finn and Dom?
Ooh. Uh-oh. And I'll be right back, sir. Folks, keep watching.
Yeah, it looks like it's a little beef here between Finn and Dom. So next week they're saying it's going to be Carlito and Dom versus the Raw Raiders next week on Monday Night Raw. They got a lot of stuff going on in the Judgment Day. Oh, so we got Bronson Reed coming up next. And I think there's like I think Bronson Reed is on commentary or Bronson Reed is coming out to the ring to talk, which it's not the best thing because I'm not really a fan of Bronson Reed on the mic, but we have headed to commercial. So Damian is sticking to his guns as it being Brock Lesnar being the 5th member, which would be insane. MDB, I'm thinking he's talking about Bronson Reed. Speaking of beef, yeah, you got Bronson Reed, big beefy Bronson Reed coming to the ring. Boston is asking me to pay attention to him, which I always do, so I don't know why tonight it's different. But Eric Tate down here is asking how come Raw is taped. So next week, from my understanding, Raw is doing a UK tour. Well, WWE, I should say, not just Raw. WWE is doing a UK tour, so Raw is taped for next week. SmackDown is also doing a double taping this week too. So that's why Raw is taped. It's technically on tape delay. So it's not like they filmed this week's episode of Raw last week. They started filming Raw for tonight at 7. So it's on an hour tape delay basically. Cherokee down here saying Finn should take Dom and put him in the recycle bin and ditch him. Wrestling Proud, could it be Rey? So Rey Mysterio being the 5th member of the OG Bloodline coming in at what is it, Survivor Series? I don't know. I'm really like at a loss of who it could potentially be. Punk comes to mind only because I feel like they've had an interaction, but I just don't remember when. And then Punk not really doing anything right now, kind of away from Drew McIntyre and all that is done. I feel like Punk could be it, but I'm not sure. I'm not leaning heavy towards Punk at all though. Boston saying he's needy. Okay. Scott Brock is Sammy's friend now. That's the friend Sammy is going to contact. I don't know. It's all speculation right now, Scott. We just know that it's going to be 5-on-5. Jay, Jimmy, and Sammy confirmed it earlier tonight that it's going to be 5-on-5. And Sammy says he has a friend. So all we're doing right now is trying to speculate what friend Sammy has, because the only person that comes to mind is KO, because they've been on and off again friends for so many years on TV, but really good friends outside, of TV. But I don't know. This is all weird. We're gonna do all this speculation, and it's gonna be somebody off the wall. I'll be shocked. Bloodline story now going to add random wrestlers to the story. I like heel Roman. I can see Braun Breaker going with Solo and with the J feud. That somewhat could happen. Was kind of vocal on our Thursday stream about them adding people to the Bloodline, at least right now. I feel like the story, the writing and the story right now for the Bloodline is so tight. And what I mean by tight, that is so good that I feel like we don't need to add people at this exact moment. But obviously I'm not a writer for WWE and I can't make that decision. So it seems like we are going to get more people. But I do agree in a little bit, Tony, that like I don't want random people in this right now. But we'll see. Boston saying it's going to be the Rock to Roman side so he can screw them over, and the Bloodline 2.0 will pull another Samoan from the Indies. Didn't think about that theory, because we still technically don't know where The Rock stands. I think we all think that The Rock is the mastermind behind Bloodline 2.0, but the last time we actually saw The Rock in a ring, he was on the side of Roman Reigns and Jimmy Uso. Jay was not a part of the Bloodline at that point, but I can see this. I can definitely see this happening. Let me go through the chat some more here. Mega says 2024 Toronto Elimination Chamber. Yes, it'll be in Toronto, Canada. Looking forward to that. I think it is a stadium show again, because Elimination Chamber was a stadium show this past year in Australia. As we are back from commercial break, and we had Jade Cargill, I believe Bianca Belair, in type of a video package promo here. And I know we'll be getting Bronson Reed as he is coming to the ring right now. Jose says Sammy's gonna bring someone who then gets rejected, and Roman says he has someone for a fifth, but it's a secret. I'm still trying to figure out like who Sammy has in mind. It's very interesting of who Sammy, could have in line. Keyshawn says, I see OG Bloodline winning and Rock appointing Jacob as tribal chief to face Roman Reigns. So Rock appointing Jacob tribal chief of the Bloodline 2.0. I think that's what you're saying, Keyshawn. I think Jacob is going to have his time. I really do believe Jacob is going to have his time as some head. So he might be some head of some group, tribal chief. I can see that happening as well. But yeah, I there's a possibility, Keyshawn, that you might be right. Christian down here saying the King Kong Bundy of WWE, Bronson Reed. That's kind of funny, but also somewhat true. And I feel like Bronson Reed is by himself. And he's going to talk on a mic by himself, and I hope I don't get bored why he does that. So we'll see. He's saying Seth Rollins is a good competitor. I think we all know that. Okay, he's starting off very interesting. So I'm not bored yet. So he's saying he's not a competitor, he's a monster. And he almost took out a lot of the roster. So he wants to put Seth Rollins down for good. This is actually interesting by Bronson Reed. So he's saying if Seth Rollins wants his revenge, he's in the ring right now, and we got Seth Rollins coming out. And Rollins has a mic with him. I think what they've done with Bronson Reed over the past couple of months has kind of pushed him to being somewhat of a top star. He's on his way to being that top star. I feel like it's all working now for him though. And Seth Rollins running towards the ring and they're going at it, Bronson and Seth. It looks like Seth though, side note, is wearing some normal-ish clothes tonight. So Jose down here saying Bronson is going to the top. Yeah, I think that's where they're pushing Bronson. Yeah, Seth Rollins is definitely wearing normal-ish clothes tonight. As KJ returns.
Oh, tsunami. Let's go. Not yet.
That was a nasty super kick by Bronson, though.
Right?
Oh, I think he's about to go for that tsunami.
He's climbing up the railing. Oh. Rollins.
Oh. Is Seth Rollins running away? Oh, Bronson taking out security.
I like this. I've enjoyed this, and you gotta, from the standpoint of Seth putting a younger guy kind of over and on the map with this rivalry, it's been so good.
Right. Even with Bronson taking the loss, it didn't do anything to hurt him, which I've seen some people online say it did hurt him. And I'm like, in what way?
Yeah. I wonder if those fans also watch sports teams, and when their sports teams lose, they're like, oh, season's over. One loss. Like, we're never coming back. But security getting wasted by Bronson. Oh, off the ropes. Ah! Wow.
Oh, is he about to jump over the ropes? Oh, through the ropes, but suicide guy.
Tope!
Wow. There goes Adam Pearce.
Our first Pearce sighting of the night.
Right.
This one's for you.
So Spaz says, I want to know your thoughts on a match in the back of my head since you're the TNA guru. Finn Balor versus Trey Miguel. That would be fun. Finn Balor, top tier talent, and you got Trey Miguel, who's great as a tag team star and as a singles competitor. I need them to book that. I never thought about them having a match together.
I kind of like, I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing a little more Trey Miguel in even NXT. There's, I think, some good matchups there for him. Trey's a good guy, man.
Yeah.
Prometheus is a Christmas movie, and why are there no acoustic eels? Spaz, $5 well spent, my guy. We appreciate you.
Right.
Suicide dive, yeah, Tope from Bronson Reed. And again, like you said, this hasn't hurt Bronson at all, and it just continues. I like it. I mean, I'm curious to see how long they keep this going, and if the speculation is true about like Rollins Punk in the future, this is definitely keeping Rollins busy.
Yeah, it keeps Rollins busy and relevant, which he would never fall out of like relevancy. But yeah, this keeps him really busy until he gets to CM Punk. I just kind of feel like where does this lead for Bronson Reed after he moves past Seth Rollins? Because we had him with there's too many B names, but we had him with what was the
Braun and
Not
Braun.
Braun Breaker, the
Yeah,
other
Braun
Braun.
and Braun.
Yes, yes, we had him with him earlier this year, so we
Yeah.
shifted from that to Seth Rollins. So where did we shift from here with Braun Breaker?
It'd be interesting. Does he go back after something like the IC title? I feel like the IC title is a little quiet right now, so
Right.
I'm curious if he heads that way. It'd be cool. And they're smart. I mean, like you talked about Bronson grabbing the mic. Not known really for his forte, though. I don't feel he's as bad as you do, but short, right? Like, I mean, he gets a few words in, out comes Seth. Perfect.
Right. Yeah, he was short and to the point tonight.
Bum bum bum. But was that Butch a security guard? No. Right. I think that was it 444. I just ordered a Bronson Reed t-shirt. There you go. Nice.
Yeah, that was a nice short shirt that he had on.
That was solid. Yeah, it was one of the better segments of the show. It's been an okay show. Nothing like a little flat. I mean, as is kind of expected.
Right.
But I mean, that was a great segment.
Yeah, that was a really solid segment. I wonder where we end up tonight, though. Do we end with the women's tag team championship match as the main event?
It was the only thing announced, so maybe.
Right. I'm assuming so.
Is the fact that Pierce got an RKO ever going to be addressed, or did I miss that? I hadn't heard anything official. Might have missed it on Friday. We do know that he prepaid a fine, so he had one that he could cash in on. So maybe that was it there.
Okay.
I don't know if they specifically said anything. What up, Vince?
What's up, Vance?
This leads to Braun Breaker. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking that. I think it was your buddy Boston brought up the idea that The Rock, the last time we saw The Rock, him and Roman were on the same page.
Right.
So if The Rock was to help Roman in this scenario, but only to turn on him, that's got a little bit of embers for me.
Right. That has a little like a stance behind it, has a little meat behind it. I could definitely see that happening.
Yeah. Bronson Reed is going to kill Braun Breaker. I think it'd be fun either way.
Right.
I want Reed versus Gunther. We're gonna have to push, I guess, Gunther into more of a baby face-ish role then, maybe, or would it be?
Right, because we just talked about earlier how Gunther's like really the strongest heel on the Raw roster right now. So
yeah, a little bit like Seth Rollins. Stop. Imagine how much a monster Bronson Reed would be if he was 6'4", 6'5". Paul, you're not wrong. Seth yelling at Pierce.
so it's
next week.
You know that Pierce means business when he takes off his glasses.
Leave me alone. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, wait a minute.
Wait a minute. This is not a thing.
He's asking him.
This is just
he's asking him.
Yeah. There's no way. Sammy talking to Seth. Yeah. There's no way.
Seth never crossed my mind because he's in this thing with Bronson Reed.
He busy. I think somebody in the chat said Seth and Bronson go one on each side, but I was like, no. How about no? Yeah, I'm with you, Christian.
Right.
Yeah, I like the tease. Like, and again, I like the idea that the first guy you ask doesn't say yes. Oh, snap.
It looks like Seth is like considering it. I don't know.
Paul, they don't have to keep it 4-on-4. 5-on-5 is fine. Like, I don't know what the issue is here, my guy. Like, I don't get it. They're going to put more superstars involved? Oh, my God. Like, I don't get it.
Oh, so he said no.
No. Yeah, there's no way.
Those eyes at first, though, said he was considering it,
Like,
though. He was like, but then he was saying no.
Yeah. John Moxley, not likely. By the way, John Moxley is seizing TBS on Wednesday. That'll be interesting. I'll be here. That's the ad. Like Moxley is seizing TBS. Like, I don't know what that means.
Okay. Now I feel like I have to tune into Dynamite.
Yeah, actually, and Barrett's got a good point here. That's the time you choose to ask the question. Like the guy's fucking losing his mind about Bronson, and you're like, "Oh, hey, by the way, do you want to hang out?" Like, you're bro. As here comes Damian Priest. The entrance is awesome.
Yeah. I actually like his theme. Like, I was upset that they changed it at first, but it's grown on me to actually like it. So
yeah.
And the presentation alone, though, with the smoke and
Yeah,
and everything, yeah.
The wings. Well, he used to come out and do the Archer thing, and then they
right.
but now it's a good vibe. Sammy should ask Rey Mysterio. I hope that doesn't happen. No offense, Ray. That's true. That's true.
He didn't want him there. That is true. Yeah.
Apparently, chair shots create storylines. I need context on that one. Do you know what the context is there?
No. The only chair shot I'm thinking of that involved Seth was Seth turning on Roman, on the Shield.
Oh, yeah. It did create
so I think that's where 444 is talking about. I would assume.
Leo Rush versus Swerve is official for Wednesday. My question becomes, why? Maybe they're going to have Lashley do it. Oh, wait. Are they going to do what the EVPs already did? Leave? As here comes Kaiser.
Yeah.
Did the New Blood actually come out and say we got a fifth person? Is that, are they just doing it for a reason? No, I mean, they already kind of had it preset that it was going to be 5. It's been 5 in the past, so it was teased on Friday. It was confirmed tonight. So again, Paul, I know you don't love it, but I just don't quite know why you don't love it.
Right. Yeah, it was definitely confirmed tonight between Jimmy J and Sami Zayn. So that's why we're getting Sammy going around asking people if they want to be the 5th member.
Right. As Ludwig enters the ring, and Anthony's going to take a pause for the cause, folks. But the show continues, and we roll on. It's going to be a fun one here. And Anthony will be back momentarily. Keep the chat going. Keep it live, and let's get those numbers back up towards triple digits as Ludwig about to take on Sammy. My favorite war games ever was the 3-on-3 man teams doing an NXT Undisputed Era and AOP. Yeah, the trios one, really good one. I mean, NXT might have had a couple bangers. Even the one the one the year before with the Undisputed Era was outstanding. Zilla, Christopher, very interesting. I'm more inclined to believe that it's either going to be Lance now that it's leaked that Lance is officially there, or Hikuleo. Big drop kick. Damien hung up on the ropes. Kaiser catching him early. Billy, welcome back. Good to see you. Free Ricky. Hashtag Free Ricky. You put it out there, I'll retweet it, Vance. I promise. The red looks better on Priest. I like it. I mean, his homage to Scott Hall definitely got Priest for the win. Dun, dun, dun. I feel like Cody's going to be the 5th member or for the OG Bloodline. Joe, I really hope not. I'm on the record. I will be very clear with you, Joe. I don't love that idea. I don't. I really think that Cody should be up to his own stuff. He reunited with Roman for a one night only type thing. This is family business. I know people are going to point out, oh, but KJ, Sammy, but Sammy was an honorary use. That he stands on family. They address that. Cody, to me, I don't love Cody getting involved. I don't like Brock. I don't like John Cena or anybody like that. I'm really curious to see where this will go. Maybe Paul Heyman has a trick up his sleeve. If they need a fifth member, it's going to be Zilla. Interesting. Zilla will shock everybody. Again, I can't say no, Chris. I honestly can't say that's absolutely not happening. So do I think it's the front runner? Maybe not. But I don't know. I can't shoot it down completely. Lio Rush, Tony Khan's newest shiny toy. But it's like the toy that he buys and loses and then buys again and then loses and then buys again because Lio Rush has left so many times. I think it's kind of like what they did before. Like, so Shelton fought Lio. Now Swerve's going to fight Lio. I guess. I don't know. The reason Seth Rollins won't join Team Roman Reigns at Survivor Series is because there was trouble in paradise with the Shield. Oh, well, I mean, they got so much bad blood and such a long history, Christian, that it wouldn't make a lot of sense if Seth just said, oh, yes, let's do it. I do like the idea of seeing people say, no, I'm not interested. To give us the thought of, oh, maybe he will. Like maybe on Friday they talk to Cody and Cody's like, no, I can't do that. I don't mind that. A little bit of a red herring, a little bit of a misdirection. It works for the story. And then, maybe it's Paul Heyman shows back up and goes, wait a minute, I got your fifth guy. And it's somebody. Will it be Brock? I don't think so. I don't know how you do it with Brock. Why Takeshita is taking a L to Cole? I don't know. And Cole, to Adam Cole's credit, guys, he has fought every week since he's returned. It's very interesting. They've used Cole a lot. I guess he's feeling good. I really hope they don't sell the ankle every single match. They really got to stop doing that. I don't think Takeshita should be anywhere near Adam Cole right now. Takeshita, the family, they got issues with Ospreay. They're working shit out. I actually like the family, though, the composition of it now. The idea that they might have Takeshita taken out of Cole makes no sense to me at all. Zilla, the fifth member. As we are back to the action, Kaiser's got Priest in a headlock as he punches out. I think Cody versus KO at War Games, possibly Joe Shipley. I think it's going to be Cody KO at Survivor Series, Vance. I'm with you on that. What about The Rock comes to War Games with Zilla and the three other new members? That will be unexpected. That would be crazy. Like if The Rock just showed up with his own tribal, his own bloodline, that'd be insane. Now we got too many bloodlines. It almost like it's starting to become like the gang fight on Anchorman. Every channel just showing up. The show is lacking star power. I wouldn't say that. I mean, in the sense that we had Gunther, we had Seth. Star power, I think it's a little bit of a lighter, flatter show. It's taped, and that kind of tends to be the trend, right? So I don't know if it's just not, it doesn't have a whole lot of big stuff going on. But if you think of the names that have been on it, Jay, Jimmy, like I said, Seth, Bronson, Gunther's here, Damien's here. I mean, who are they missing? Or are you just saying in comparison to SmackDown? I don't know. That's for Anthony, but he's not here. Roman returned the favor when he struck Seth with the chair shot at Mania. Not to mention Seth was wearing the Shield attire. Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, again, it's funny how simple things can start a whole story. Zilla, everybody's saying Zilla. I don't know, man. Could it be Punk? The main roster War Games just don't hit the same as those NXT ones. They absolutely killed those matches. Yeah, I mean, again, I haven't disliked War Games moving to the main roster. I kind of petitioned for it. So I don't hate it, Boston, but you're right. Like, I mean, those OG Cup, the first few, they really banged. And I think Undisputed Era were in the first three. I could be wrong. Damian Priest, or 3 of 4. I didn't know it was confirmed, but I just think it's too convoluted to find other people for no reason. But you find the reason, Paul, right? So again, I think it's a case of maybe let's see where it goes, right? Like he goes to Seth because there's history there. Seth says no. So if they bring in somebody that makes sense, I don't think it's convoluted at all. It fits the bill. They need a 5th member. I'm completely okay with it. And again, if it is a surprise like a Hikaleu, I'm all for it. If that's a way to work in another member of the family, I think it works fine. As long as, again, if it's Cody or somebody silly like John Cena, you're right, a little convoluted. I don't think it'll be Cody. Either do I. Too predictable. Too predictable, and Cody needs his rivalries. Cody needs stories. Cody needs to fight KO. Cody needs to figure out what Cody's doing and not be involved in this. And again, Sammy gets to be the exception because he's the honorary Uce. Cody's not honorary anything. He's actual champion. Go do that. But Damian firing up the crowd. If it wasn't for the late Dusty Rhodes, we wouldn't have the War Games today. That's a fact. That is a fact. One of the many things that Dusty brought to the table. Priest for the win. I'm kind of feeling money right. I'm kind of feeling Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw is kind of lacking star power. There you go. Damian said it. So a couple people said it. All right. Any more word on the United States Women's Championship? No, nothing else. And Damian Priest hits South of Heaven and gets the pin. 1, 2, 3. It's over. Damian gets the win as expected. Yes, I agree, Vance. I'd like to see The Rock come back. I do believe The Rock is coming back. We know Rock is already talked about being a part of like the whole launch to Netflix and such. So that's going to play a factor in this. It'll all be intriguing on how it works out, Billy. But I do believe that they are building towards Rock and Roman at some point. WrestleMania 41 makes a lot of sense. So yeah, how do we get them in there? I'll just leave that there. Gunther out at the end of the ramp. Staring down Damian. I believe in Joe Henry. Let's go. The last boat. I like it. 10-3 Dolphins. There you go. Thank you, Omega. Okay, I'll let it happen, and then just gotta have people that actually add up. Yeah, that's my thought. And Paul, I get it. Oh wait, speaking of The Rock. Oh, GQ Man of the Year. In theaters now. Red one. There you go. There you go, folks. Speak of the devil, and he shall appear. Yeah, I think that, and I think a lot of wrestling fans, we've kind of gone through this process before, Paul, where like even when they announce like a match card, the fans will get mad about like, oh, I can't believe this match is happening first and not Let it play out. We'll see where it goes. I mean, again, if it plays out and it sucks or it doesn't make sense, we'll be right here to talk about it. But right now, I'm okay with 5-on-5, and I want to see if they tie it together, right? Zilla comes in and is more loyal to Jacob, and little by little, Solo loses power until Jacob ultimately takes over. Jose, I think that's a possibility. I just think we're a little ways away from that. I agree with that part of it, Paul. It was to make sense. Yeah, you got to tie it together. Absolutely. Gilly. Ricky Starks is bad fit for WWE, guys. I know you all want him, but he's a guy with a small physique. He'd do better in TNA X Division, in my opinion. He's not really an X Division guy, though. But like in my mind, Gilly. And honestly, I can't confirm or deny, to be honest with you, the overall size of Ricky Starks. He looks like he has decent size. But it's his mic work, it's his theatrics, it's his entrance. All that to me works very well with WWE. All of it. So as Braun Breaker's here, I agree, Chris. I'm surprised Adam Pearce is still in office having we're not talking about things like that. Leo Rush versus Swerve. Why? Norbert, I'm with you. Why? I wish Jacob Fatu came in as a babyface. He was a babyface. He has a babyface moveset, and he's a hell of a promo. Jacob's awesome, but I think he's done really, really well as Sheamus stepping up to your IC champion, guys. Interesting. How do we feel about Sheamus going after Bronson or Braun? But yeah, Scott, I think Jacob will get his day. And I understand because he has the big flair to his style, but he's worked a lot as a heel for a lot of years. I think there will become a time where he does part ways with what he's doing now, but I think they've done a very good job presenting him as a very strong loyalist to Solo. He's even tweeting out, "I love you, Solo," just randomly on a Wednesday. Like, it's awesome. Who loses on Wednesday to fight Cole or Roderick Strong versus Lance Archer? Falls count anywhere match. Wait, Archer and Roderick are going to go falls count anywhere? Holy shit. Why are they fighting Callis's family? I don't know. This is going to be weird. Does Cole cause Roderick to lose? Does Roderick cause Cole to lose? Does it create jealousy amongst them? This is a really interesting. I don't know what they're going to do here. And I really don't think they should be beating up on the Callis family, especially because they're small. Interesting. Bloodline versus New Bloodline. That's so new member that nobody even knows about. Oh, Jimmy wants to talk to Braun. Interesting. So Jimmy walks up to Braun Breaker and says, "Do you got a second? Can I ask Damien, please?" I don't know what that is. I'm thinking that The Rock for Roman's side and someone along with like Zilla. I mean, again, I know we keep saying Zilla, but I feel like Zilla is the furthest away out of a couple of the names we've already heard. Lance has been dicking around in NXT for quite a while. Hikaleo's out there. He's the brother of the Tongans. I don't know. I mean, to me, it might be, it could be one of the three. Those three are three really strong guesses. I like your idea, and I think I complimented you when I came back from my break on the idea that could it be The Rock? Could The Rock be the one that says, "I'll help you, Roman"? Because remember, it was all about family. And then is that a ruse? I don't know. That might work. I'm waiting for the Tongaloan bloodline. Yeah, we're getting close. It's going to be the Anawahis against, the Fatus. Imagine if The Rock brings out Ava with him. Please don't. Please, why would you imagine that? Why? All you got to do is picture The Rock in a dress. Ava. Ricky Starks is just mini Rock. Facts. That's why I think it would be funny as hell. I didn't realize Ludwig was this big. He doesn't look. He is a long human being. Like Boston, he's lanky. He's got long legs, long torso, long arms. He's a tall mother. He's a tall dude. I'm thinking Adam Cole is going to lose on Dynamite this Wednesday, KJ. I can't see it, Lance. I can't because you're setting up, in my mind, you're setting up Lance versus Lance. You're going to war. You're setting up Cole versus MJF. Anyone else disagree with that? I don't think anybody wants to see MJF versus Roddy. Part of me wonders this, and I'm going to put it out there because who's going to stop me? Cole gets the match with MJF. Roddy is mad about it. Roddy and the Kingdom turn on Cole, and now MJF is the leader of the Undisputed Kingdom. I don't know if I love it, but I kind of feel like, could that be where it's going? Why else would you set up this friendly rivalry between Roderick and Cole? And every time somebody wants to fight heel MJF, they got to fight three guys. It's just a rinse and repeat. They've done it a bunch of times already. But could Roderick be jealous or mad at Cole if Cole beats him out to get the shot? What do you think? I don't know. It's tough to say. Who do you think about new WWE Women Intercontinental Championship? I guess, what do I think? Or who do I think will get it? I don't know. We got to wait for it to be announced. I think they're trying to create separation. Like I said earlier, I did hear rumors that potentially it could be a case of a floating US champion that I don't love. So I'm thinking that Pierce will announce an IC title sooner than later. And again, there's a lot of options. We just saw Dakota Kai come back. She could be a front runner on Raw. Io, Kyrie could work. I mean, you got a lot of talent. You don't have a lack of options. Could somebody like a Shayna Baszler be the Intercontinental Champion? I'd be okay with that. I guess just would have been better if it was confirmed that it was going to be the 5th member of the new Bloodline, but maybe. Yeah, but I think, Paul, I think that's been the fun tonight. Like, this hasn't been the most exciting Raw that we've ever seen. This hasn't been like a barn burner Raw by any stretch. But I think that one of the fun things we've had to do tonight is we've spent a lot of time guessing who's going to be the 5th member. And that's why they did it this way. You know, for back in the day when they would announce we're going to have Survivor Series, it's going to be Team Hogan versus Team $1 Million Man, or Team whoever, Team Legion of Doom versus Team Demolition. You'd never, like, a lot of times you had to find out the partners as we went, right? That's how we got the Undertaker, of like the $1 Million Man said, I got a you know, a blue chip prospect, and out comes, you know, the Undertaker. Look at the size of that ham hock. That's why they do this. Because now we're guessing for the next couple weeks to keep it interesting. We're guessing a little bit. As right now we are getting a tribute to the troops. Thank you, veterans. And once again, as you'll see on the screen when Anthony comes back, the poppy in Canada represents our Remembrance Day. So yeah, to all of those who serve across the world and the countries. As I got the Miz and Karrion Kross, and I have lost audio, which is hilarious. Roderick Strong versus Lance Archer, Falls Count Anywhere. So, quick question. I know I got Miz and Karrion, and Miz is freaking out. Is it unfair? Like, so should it not be Adam Cole versus Takeshita, Falls Count Anywhere, and Roderick versus Archer, Falls Count Anywhere? Why would they have different stipulations? If they're in a competition, first 1 to 3 wins gets to fight MJF. Why would one guy have a harder match than? You see my complaint here, continuity wise? Am I wrong? I think Roman is going to turn on the Usos. I don't see that happening. And not if you're following the story, Tony, it would be highly unlikely. Ludwig put mass on. He's getting bigger. He is. As right now, Karrion Kross is dragging the Miz. Oh no! What is happening to the Miz? What are we gonna do? The poor Miz. Dun, dun, dun. Undisputed Era was in 4. Thank you, Christopher, for confirming that. I knew it was at least 3. Definitely no star power. Okay. As Miz is on his knees in the ring, Karrion Kross giving him shit. Are we going to get the Wyatts? 3-0. I think Anna Jay this time beats Mariah May on Saturday in the AEW Women's Championship. That'd be crazy. And it would be a very disappointing title run for Mariah May, to be honest. But lights out, folks! Lights out! The lights are out! They're here! I really hope not. I really hope not, sir. And if I haven't said it, may the blunt be with you. As the Wyatt 6 on the apron. Doom, doom. Uncle Howdy getting in the ring. Or there's going to be like a standoff, or are they going to sacrifice the Miz? They accidentally cut the Miz. I didn't even see that. Shit. Miz with a chair. Takes out Rowan. Howdy not happy. Karrion smiles. Howdy laughs. What is happening? We got to fight. Nikki grabs Scarlett. Now this is going to be a Survivor Series match, guys. The crowd is really quiet. Anyone else feel like that's the case right now? As the Miz is just laying out Rowan. AOP taking out Dexter and okay. Mandible Claw. Every time Rowan tries to get up, Miz swings the chair again. I like this. So Miz is now part of the final. It's so random. Desperate times call for desperate measures. The only thing I find very interesting right now is, and I'm calling a spade, guys. The crowd seems a little quiet. I think Anthony's been waiting to get in. I feel bad. I was staring at the Wyatt.
No,
Hi,
you're
buddy.
fine.
I don't know how long you were there, but I'm sorry.
But the crowd is very quiet. It's felt like that kind of theme throughout the night with them being quiet, though.
You're just like, okay.
Yeah, they're like, this is nice.
But it feels like this is definitely a Survivor Series match.
Yeah, this is definitely building to something towards Survivor Series. But again, like because if this is building to a match between both groups, obviously the Wyatt Six is winning.
Yeah.
Where does this lead with Final Testament? Because they've been taking loss after loss after loss.
And it's actually, I mean, the interesting part of this is it's the first time we've seen the Wyatt Six really laid out.
Right, that's true.
Right? Like the Final Testament got the better of them.
Yeah.
And
now Uncle Howdy is laughing though. Sick laugh.
So the Miz is a part of the Final Testament? Yeah. Super Collider, stupidest thing. You don't like the power bombs that they smash the guy off each other and then drop them?
I like it. I think it's pretty cool, but seems like Scott is not a fan of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was really surprised. I like the fact that the Wyatt Six, again, where people are like, oh, they're supernatural and spooky ooky. No, they just got beat up. They're a cult that got beat up. Like they lost the fight.
Exactly. I like that they're like being built as like wrestlers and not something more than that, like something real outrageous. I feel like if this was in the hands of VKM, this would be totally different. And they're actually built like a legitimate wrestling stable, just with spooky elements behind it.
Absolutely. Uncle Howdy stole Anthony's laugh.
What?
Miz eyes is bleeding. How? Somebody mentioned that Miz got accidentally cut, I guess, by the Final Testament when they dragged him out there.
Okay.
Let him cook. Yeah, I'm okay with this. Let this build. I mean, at least Cross and the guys are doing something.
Right.
Wyatt has been quiet. I know some people have said they've all but kind of burned out. Like the excitement of like they're here has kind of gone away because they haven't done much. So at least there's this.
Right. At least we get this. That's true.
I mean, I want more, but what? That was real blood. Yep. Traditional Survivor Series could be a thing. So official next week, Sheamus versus Braun Breaker on Raw.
Okay. Is it for the title or just a regular non-title match?
An eliminator match.
I think WWE's version is the championship contendership match or something.
Low-key Anthony does have that Uncle Howie laugh.
I do.
I guess
so.
The people have spoken. KJ, you are right that we should had one more game this year. It looks like we're getting, again, my buddy, if you're telling us stuff that's coming out of that arena tonight, I'm not going to let you stay here. So I appreciate you, but please keep shit to yourself. Banger official next week, Sheamus Braun. Should be a fun match.
Okay. So he is saying it's for the IC title. Okay, that should be good. That should be good.
Should be fun.
Yeah.
It'd be very stupid if they waste his feud on Raw instead of. It feels like they're building this. It feels like there's so many people. It like if you don't do it at Survivor Series, why would you do it before or after?
Right, exactly. And if it's not at Survivor Series, we still have main event coming up in December, so we could be building towards that as well.
Yeah, they went from we're here to we're still here. Real blood, Cry Me a River for the IC title. That'll be interesting. I wonder if that parlays into something else, though. I'm curious where that goes.
Yeah. And for like Sheamus wasn't involved with that with Braun Breaker before, was he?
Not
that
really.
Okay.
Maybe when he first came up, but Sheamus was really kind of messing around with Pete Dunne there for a minute, so I don't know. As we are back to the action coming out of commercial break, folks. Again, a replay of Karrion Kross and Howdy, which again is give him a one-on-one match. I'd be okay with it. Oh, Seth trying to leave. You got Seth on the screen?
Yeah, I got Seth and Kathy Kelly.
There you go.
And it looks like Seth is looking at Solo and Jacob.
This is what they did with Sammy, right?
Right.
Jacob. Do you think his hands get sore? Think he's getting
They
carpal
have
tunnel?
to. They have to. That's why they're taped like that. I wasn't thinking Solo asking Seth.
Solo talking to Seth. Dom and Carlito versus the War Raiders official next week. Yeah, they're going to get pancake.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
The War Raiders are back, folks.
So Seth just said never again in his life will ever team with Roman Reigns.
Roman
Reigns. Jacob didn't like that.
No, down boy. He is going to say no to everybody, Christian.
Right.
Now both sides have to go outside. Like they're doing what we're doing. And I know we kind of had this chat a little bit while you were on your break of the fun part of tonight. I think the most fun we've had tonight is just talking about who the 5 people are going to be.
Right. Because we don't know at all. And the OG Bloodline and the Bloodline 2.0, they don't have friends anywhere. So who do we get?
Yeah. As we are getting the call outs for next week, they gave us the tail of the tape. They got Bronson at 6 foot. I mean, I don't know if he's actually 6. I feel like
he's more like 5'11" to me.
Maybe.
Right.
Like I'm 5'10". I think he'd be looking me in the eyes. But I guess this is the main event tonight, folks.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, this is a very light show tonight.
Yeah, it hasn't been real heavy with much of anything. And that's probably because it was taped, an hour before they went live. So
yeah. Cody, Sammy. See, this is what I think. So on Friday, you'll have the Bloodline go up to maybe Cody and be like, hey, you can help us. And Cody goes, nah, guys, I'm busy, blah, blah, blah. Then maybe they go up to like a KO, or like the bad guys go up to a KO and KO says, get away from me. And then again, then the search continues. And if there's nobody within the building to ask for help, you might have to call somebody that's not in the building.
Right. Might have to call somebody that's not officially a part of the roster.
Right. But again, it's been the most interesting thing to talk about tonight. I mean, Bronson Seth was probably the best segment we've got tonight. Maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens with this main event. A dabbling of some stuff. Again, it kind of feels like a tape show where it's not bad, not great. We're getting through it.
Yeah, we're just in the middle. If I had to use the term, I will use the term mid, I guess.
Could we get Seth Rollins versus Bronson Reed next week? Yes, we are.
Yes, we are definitely getting that. That's been announced.
A storm is coming. Seth versus Reed, Hell in a Cell. My only fear was that like Seth says yes, and then Bronson agrees to join the other team just so he can fight Seth. I don't want that. Like you all do your own thing. Berry Freeze Prime looks delicious. Said nobody never.
It seems like this is going to be a quick main event because we only got 10 minutes left on the clock here.
Yeah. Yeah. Doesn't surprise me. Sheamus becomes Grand Slam champ next week. Polo. I don't think so. Sorry.
No, I think this is Braun Breaker's moment here. I think he'll defeat Sheamus. But if Sheamus wins, that'll be a shocker.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no shit. Khan would have fumbled Fatu in minutes. Melissa, he would have had him fight Leo Rush, Commander, Mortis, and Hologram. How could you fuck that up? You know, everybody's got to go through that, and then be in a feud with the Learning Tree and lose.
Right.
This woman's match hard to call. I see Liv. I can't see them winning. I mean, there's 9 minutes on the clock, man. Are you really gonna have like a quickie title change here? I
don't think so. And if you have Liv as double champ, the internet will not be happy. So
yeah. I mean, again, they want people to be pissed off at the result.
Right.
I just don't see it. I mean, maybe if there was a bit more of a match to this, I don't know. I'm not feeling it.
I don't even know if this is going to potentially end in a traditional pinfall. I thought interference or something might happen.
Interesting. MDB feeling the Jade vibes. So we are off and running. Bianca and Liv in the ring first. We're going to get that standoff between Raquel and Jade. Right? Jade's going to front flex. Raquel's going to back flex. We're good.
Back attack.
Back attack is back, Jack. Cody and KO can't be in either of these teams. Cody versus KO at Survivor Series. John, I agree.
Right.
I think that's just the kind of the process we're running through right now of like just knocking on doors, see who answers.
Yeah. Which nobody is answering at this point.
What is Anthony's thoughts on Nick versus Eddie Edwards announced for Turning Point Friday, November 29th?
Yeah, I find this kind of weird. I think Eddie Edwards pinned Nick in the tag team match with Joe Hendry 2 weeks ago, I think. And I think that's why they're putting this match for Turning Point. Obviously Nick is gonna win here. I don't see Eddie walking out with the championship, but then again, Moose is the X Division champion out of thin air here. So I'm gonna actually retract that statement. Eddie Edwards might beat Nick Nemeth at Turning Point.
I don't even understand. Like again, like it's been a little wonky. I don't know if like the backstage stuff plays a part in it. Of like we know when contracts are coming up, so we're just trying to figure things out. Like I don't know. Like Kazarian gets pushed to the forefront. Eddie's back in the forefront now. I don't know if I'm ready for an Eddie fucking title run again.
I don't know if I'm ready for that either. And then, that was a hard right hand. And a nice drop kick by Liv. Yeah, I really believe it could be because Speedball's contract, I believe, is up at the end of the year. So I don't know.
Yeah. It makes a good talking point, but come on, guys, I don't know that. Gilly, if you know that, kudos. And if it happens, come back here and tell me. See, told you, KJ. And I'll be like, shit, he did tell me. I don't think it should I don't think it should be Seth. It could be though. Shit.
I mean, out of everyone that we've talked about, Seth is one that would make sense, but I don't know either. I'm just looking forward to seeing who's the surprise at this point.
Yeah, like I said, it's kind of the biggest thing that came out of this, and where people talk about like, maybe it's just you and I, but like people say, the bloodline stuff. But they start flirting with this. We need a fifth member, and all night, that's all we want to talk about is like, who? Like, all right, this match is happening, but who?
Right.
Looks like a short match. Absolutely 5-star match. MTP is easy to please. Relax. Right, Melissa? Like, come on now. Who needs hashtag not sponsored, folks? Got Bianca and Jade for the win. That makes sense to me. I'm leaning that way. And I mean, I think like we just saw the drop kick by Liv. I don't think Liv gets enough credit for she's okay in the ring. Like, I
And
think
she
people
does
get
it.
stuck on that she's pretty.
Right. No, she's really improved over the past, 2 years in the ring.
I agree. As this has to be like, I hate when they go to commercial in the last 5 minutes. Like, what are we doing?
Right.
Bianca's the standard of what women's wrestlers should be. Her and Rhea Ripley are pillars of the women's wrestling. MDB, it's hard to argue with that. And Bianca, I mean, I think this has been good for her because she can't always be, if she's always around the title, they'll start calling her Bianca Hogan, just like Becky. Like, so this has been okay, but Bianca's a phenomenal athlete.
Right. Call her Bianca Hogan, Bianca Flair, whatever you want to. Bianca's the new Charlotte.
316 saying the crowd is dead because of 2 shows being taped. Oh shit. Well,
Yeah.
Wake the fuck up there, Grand Rapids. Who's there? Jehovah's Witness. Okay. Damn, Liv just knocked the wind out of herself. Might have. As I'm complimenting her, he's like, she dead. Then you have JBL. What? JBL showed up at another show.
Yeah, JBL is just everywhere. I don't know what's up with JBL.
Like, did the stock market turn on JBL and he needs to collect some cash? What is happening? What is happening? JBL just showing up.
Inflation is infecting JBL.
Right? I think Jade is better alone. I think they did a good job protecting her. I do think that we're getting close to that. It's time to fly out of the nest, Birdie.
Right. You've had a year shadowing Bianca. It's time to kind of push you out there.
Oh,
ooh, what a jaded.
Oh,
that was and what I mean by rough, that was a rough looking jaded, meaning it looked really good.
That was pretty. And I mean, thank you. I want a Seth versus Gunther match one day. Yeah, I think that's in the cards. The biggest pop so far has been for Damian and Liv, of course. Liv did not get the biggest pop. That's in your head, bro. You're telling me Jade didn't get a bigger pop?
Oh, Nia Jackson, Tiffany Stratton.
Oh, this is where this goes. Imagine Jade going after Nia. Samoan drop on the apron looked lackluster.
Yeah, it didn't look really effective.
It looked like she picked her up, turned around, and put her back down.
That was a nice move by
No way. There's no way. Belair with the save. All right, they got a couple good minutes out of this.
Oh, Naomi
fighting for the title on Friday. JBL is on a world tour, yes. It's the funniest shit in 2024.
Yeah, he's everywhere.
Oh, Codebreaker. And she snaps. Liv is awesome. I'm with 316. Liv is underbooked.
That was a nice kick by Jade to Liv Morgan.
I like Bianca more than Jade, just my opinion. She's a better all-around wrestler and seasoned athlete in this arena, Damien. And I can't disagree with that. As KOD.
Well,
KOD for the good bye-bye.
Yeah, Bianca pinning the women's world champion.
Tiffy time. Nia and Tiffy. That move by Jade was fired. Apparently, she's been working on it as Nia takes them both out. Destiny's Child's reunited, and Nia doesn't give a shit.
Right. Oh, is she about to hit the Annihilator on Jade?
Yeah.
There goes Io.
Wait, Io?
This is not making sense.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you. I'm looking on the screen right now, Boston. How do you argue your point? I can't even defend it.
Yeah, Boston, you're exactly right.
I'm waiting
This
for
is them trying to potentially rush a women's War Games match, which we've been talking about on stream for weeks, how they're gonna rush this.
Yeah, so what are we gonna get? Like, no, they can't do that. But yeah, it's gonna feel rushed. I agree with you. And
Unless
we
we
did have
do
a
a
friend in the chat.
traditional, I was about to say we could do a traditional Survivor Series match, but it technically wouldn't be SmackDown versus Raw because you see Naomi attacking Nia Jax here.
So if we do, because EO's in a group. Oh, the double, look at that in stereo. That was pretty. I mean, I know people love just to hate Jade. She did nothing wrong tonight.
Right.
Nothing wrong. She did good. And that move looks ridiculous. That jaded, the swing around. Ooh. So what would you do? Like these three with EO? But EO's got two other friends.
Right. So you kind of leave the rest of Damage Control on the sideline. And I get that she's the #1 contender, but still, like in the past, when it came to these War Games matches, these things were built up over months. You could tell by summer where we were ending up with War Games, and I feel like this is just not this is not it, but it is what it is.
You're right. Like if you were going to go this route, then start kind of planting those seeds beforehand. Like Naomi hasn't even been hanging around with Jade and Bianca for the last 2 months. No,
Right.
like, oh yeah, we're friends. Let's go. She's as green as grass. She's not as green as she used to be, though, my guy. And again, I would imagine early in most people's career, they're green. But I think people get stuck in places, Anthony, of like, it's like Nia comes back and they're like, she hurts everybody. They're like, she did that 5 years ago, guys. Like, we have to kind of come past it. Nia's been outstanding since she's come back. Jade has evolved as a talent. So yeah, she's green. I agree. I just think that she's not as green as she used to be.
Yeah, absolutely. And using Nia Jax is like a perfect example because like when she returned, people hated it. She was the worst thing and everything. And now people don't even mention Nia because she's improved so much.
Yeah, and she's been a great champ, a great heel champ.
Yeah.
I mean, I have no complaints with her. I'm doing hate Jade. Okay. I just don't think she's as good as people are making her out to be. She's going to be pushed hard because of her look. Again, I mean, we've talked about this a lot, and a lot of wrestlers, a lot of pro wrestlers will tell you that if you have charisma, if you have that X factor, you're going to get pushed, you're going to get over. You might not be the best of in-ring talent, but that's always been the way it has been in wrestling. Like, you know, I mean,
we can look at John Cena because he definitely wasn't the best in-ring talent, but I'm gonna stop talking about John Cena. So
say what you will, but Nia has had a great return. 100%, Lady B. I agree. This is a Rush Women's War Game match. I hope not. I know it looks that way, but nobody said shit about it. I hope they don't say shit about it.
Right.
Like, what are we going to do? Is it going to be 5-on-5, 4-on-4, 6-on-6? How many people are we going to get in this one? I don't like it. They should have started this earlier if they were going to do this.
Yeah, agreed.
I don't mind this Women's War Games. There you go. Not everyone hates it. And I mean, we'll see. The match itself is probably going to be fun. I don't like how we're getting here.
Yeah.
We don't
definitely not hating, like you said, definitely not hating on the match if it actually does happen. It's just the build towards the match.
Mm-hmm. But that, I think my point, Gilly, is that she is getting it. I see improvement with her. I see her in ring developing. So I think people are just will never. She could come in and do a shooting star press next week, and people will be like, she didn't do it right. Right? I remember Brock Lesnar landed on his face and almost broke his neck doing a shooting star. It happens. I mean, I just feel like people don't want to give her credit. Like they're just so hell bent on she's never going to be anything. I think she's good enough athlete to figure out what her niche is.
Right. Agreed.
They hosted Bad Blood together. Shut up, MTV. Shit. Liv ate the pin. Triple H. Strange finish. Yeah, I agreed with Dudley. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll take your ratings out of 10 and we'll wrap this one up. But 7 out of 10, decent Raw. Thumbs down on a women's war game match this year. I'm kind of with you. 6 out of 10. I think thumbs down. I hope the match is good. The build to it sucks. And again, I don't like them doing it just for the sake of it, right?
I do want to point out real quick, because I think someone said strange finish. It was a lot of interruptions. It wasn't a no DQ match, and the ref was in the middle of the ring the entire time. Why wasn't the match thrown out?
Right.
I just now thought about that.
A lot of mass distraction going on. I don't get it. But it was a very over. I don't know if overbooked's the right word, but a heavily booked main event.
Right.
For a 9-minute main event, they shoved a lot of people in there.
Yeah.
6 out of 10. That was as fun as F. There you go. That was I like it. I love Nia Jax, but she can't wrestle for shit. She wrestles perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to dive into this too deep, Paul, but again, I think if you don't do like triple Lindy's, you're not a good wrestler. But again, throughout time, there was the big wrestlers don't wrestle like the small wrestlers. Nia is not bad at her job.
Right.
You can tell Rhea was supposed to be a major factor in the War Games, and now she can't pivot. I hope she comes back to the mask. They need an extra member, and she shows up at War Games. Then do that
with a mask.
With a mask. The Phantom of the Rhea or the Ripley. 6. I'm kind of in that. I don't know how you feeling about Raw. I think 6 is fair.
Yeah, I think 6 is a fair judgment. Nothing really spectacular happened tonight. The show didn't drag, but it just felt like nothing exciting happened to kind of push anything forward.
Yeah, just kind of going through the motions. It felt very, it felt like a tape show, which I hate to say because, we got to cover more tape shows. But it felt like we're going to do some stuff, but nothing super special. Gunther was good tonight. Damian was good tonight. They're trying to build something with Finn not liking the Judgment Day anymore. Interesting.
Yeah.
Kofi, Xavier, the saga continues. We don't know. I think the best part was the Bloodline trying to figure out what they're up to. And Seth and Bronson continue to kill it.
Yeah. I think Seth and Bronson was some of the best work of tonight. I can definitely say that.
Right. 7.5 out of 10. NXT Women's War Games match is way better than a main roster women's War Game match. Yeah, fair enough. But not going to happen.
Yeah.
Dade has improved so much from AEW. I would agree with that. I mean, again, like that finish was clean. That
was a nice finish.
Valen, 8 out of 10. This Raw was pretty good, but Liv Morgan getting pinned was really bad for me, but I guess it's good for business in Triple H's mind. Well, other than that, Damage Control winning was awesome. Io Sky. Liv getting pinned by being distracted and getting pinned by Bianca, to me, is not terrible. It's Bianca. Or I think Bianca got the pin. Did she get the pin?
Yeah, Bianca got the pin.
It's Bianca. Bianca can pin anybody.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't think it was any type of bad decision or anything like that. And it was a lot of, like you said, it was a lot of distractions going on.
7 out of 10. Yeah, a clean L to, in a singles match, not good for your champion, but that one was okay. Yeah. 7 out of 10, 6 out of 10. Anthony needs to get to bed. He's sick. Please don't keep him up. Oh, you're not feeling good? He still came out. That's good. Felt like a 7 out of 10. Fair enough. 6.8 out of 10. Couldn't give it a 7. To say NXT deserves Women's War Games because the storyline makes no sense. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think they need one either. Let's be real.
Right.
I got ice cream and a big bag of gummy bears. All right, now we're just getting off topic. 7 out of 10 was good story elements. Flat finish, though. Yeah, I mean, again, it just wasn't no jump out of your seat kind of night.
Right.
Dakota Kai's back. Sorry.
Yeah, that was surprising. Dakota Kai is back. I forgot about that. So, yeah.
Mr. Noob has a point that, again, and I've defended, you have women's rumble, you have men's rumble, you have women's chamber, you have men's chamber. But if it fits, and this year was the one year, I know Nick and I had a screaming match about it last year where it made sense. And to do one just to do one, I don't love.
Yeah, and then there's exceptions, like when it comes to like the Royal Rumble. That's something that does kind of happen like every year. You need a story behind a Rumble or anything like
Yeah.
that. Elimination Chamber, we've come to know that is really the determining factor for the opposite women's champion that the one they didn't
Yeah.
choose for the Royal Rumble. So
Yeah.
it's kind of, those two are kind of staples. With War Games,
Mhm.
you can have one, you don't really have to have one. And
Yeah.
in this case, as much as I love women's wrestling, like, I'm gonna be excited for the match, but there hasn't really been any type of build to get to this.
No, even like the group of people we saw tonight, a lot of them aren't connected. Like, I know that's a number one contender and that's this and that, but like, not a lot of them are like, you know, you wouldn't like Io's out there without her faction. Like, what is this?
Right.
AEW? What are we doing? 7 out of 10 knee pads. Raw was a D, wasn't good at all to me. I wouldn't say it was not good at all, but that's fair. Jade does not gotten better in the ring since. Fair enough, Damien. I think she's improved. I mean, maybe I'm crazy. Nia squashed Jordan Grace. I want to see Nia. Ooh, that one's for you. I want to watch Grace
You
pick
want
her
to
up.
see Nia squash Jordan Grace? I think that'd be a fun match. But I think Jordan Grace will pick up the victory.
Right, real quick. A lot of people have said, like, can Jordan just bypass? Like, she's done she's been in NXT a couple times, but we've seen her in the Rumble. Can she just come in and go to the main roster and be there?
I feel like she, at this point, she knows the WWE cycle, so she could potentially just jump the ship and move to the main roster. I think that's a great idea, to be honest.
Yeah, it could work. I mean, she's a talent. They rushed the match. Yeah, definitely main event girl. That's very true. 7 out of 10. Being that it was kind of a lackluster Raw, they could have gave the main event a bit more time.
Right.
Women's Intercontinental for all. Yeah, I think they're just spacing it out, John. Good to see you. I will give it a 6 out of 10. That seems fair. Living with a woman is always a war game. Fact. But yeah. Social media, who cares? Yeah, we're not getting into that debate. We're going to bed. I think people calling for NXT War Games is because they saw a 5-on-5 match. So they're like, just put a cage around them. That's how, it's a little simplistic in thinking, but we're going to do some other stuff with those ladies. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're going to call last call on the chat. New Day split is coming. We've been saying that for quite a while. Is it ever going to happen?
I hope it's coming soon, though. I'm sure.
Right. But ladies and gentlemen, that is last call on the chat. We thank you for being here. Again, happy Remembrance Day, happy Veterans Day to everybody out there. And we appreciate you being a part of all the fun, all the shows. We are back tomorrow for NXT. We're back for Dynamite. We have the Wing of the Ring, our Hot Wing and Trivia Challenge that we're looking forward to on Thursday. But come back for NXT 7:45 p.m. tomorrow. Check all our socials, click all our buttons, go check out Anthony's stuff. And don't forget, be a part of the family, be part of the fun. We're almost at 6K. Absolutely. Anthony, any final thoughts on the shindig tonight on a Monday?
Really no final thoughts. Solid Raw at best. Excited for next week and as we push towards Survivor Series.
Yeah, I'm really hoping the build kind of picks up a little here.
Yeah,
but right now, at least we're excited about one thing, I think. So
right.
We'll see how it goes, folks. But NXT tomorrow, like I said, it's going to be a fun one. You don't have any cool little sayings you want to throw out there?
No cool little sayings. I don't have a rhyme yet.
Well, on behalf of Big Nick and Anthony, I'm KJ White. Come back tomorrow. We'll see you on the flip side. Have a good night.